Talk Radio.
For one night only. One night. It's a different phone number. Add 141 to the start of the number. 141 034 499 1000. Call straight to air and withheld numbers only, please.
He's just accepted my Facebook friend request, so I can send her messages.
Dolly Parton.
Carol and Harris.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Beautiful. Oh, that reminds me, I've got there's a woman who did Teen Beat magazine in the States, huge teenage magazine in the 60s, has got a book out, and she's been in touch.
Understanding of it is growing day by day. I think we've got our hands around a large part of it. Like I say, we've still got some loose ends.
Coffee, tea?
I'd love a cup of coffee, and I don't want a bed.
Coffee, tea, and bed?
No bed.
Was at the centre of Monday's suicide attack has promised to return to the city. The singer says she'll hold a benefit concert.
Oh, good for her. Good for her.
Corbyn has been criticised for linking terrorist attacks in the UK to the country's foreign policies. In the Labour leader's first speech since the attack in Manchester on Monday, he said the war on terror has failed. Lib Dem leader Tim Farron says politicians shouldn't be pointing the finger and should instead be coming together.
We must never give terrorists an excuse. The reality is that 9/11 happened before the war on terror began. And what we must remember is that these evil people will find any recruiting sergeant, any excuse to exercise their evil activities.
Theresa May urged other world leaders to...
Oh, was that coming out through there? So I didn't realise. I was wondering why I couldn't hear it.
At the G7 summit in Sicily, they signed a declaration which
Right.
supports that initiative. A man's been arrested after two pensioners were found stabbed to death in their home in County Armagh. The couple were discovered in the property in Ramone Park in the Craigavon area.
Hello, Periscopers!
Bernardo Silva from Monaco City from the Portugal midfielder a 5-year deal and paid around 43.
There we go, you bastards.
That's the latest. I'm Kevin Govan.
Late night, Iain Lee. On Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
No, there we can have a little fiddle there. Call straight to air, withheld numbers only, please. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian.
Hello, line 1.
Hi, Ian. It's Angela from Corf.
Hello, Angela. Of course it is. I don't know, because all of the numbers this evening are withheld. If I call in and I see your name or number, I will not be answering that phone call.
Yeah, I put what you said, because I couldn't do it on my mobile, but I did it on my house phone. So
cheeky lady. Yeah. I like a cheeky lady.
Yeah, you know I like my technology. You gave me something to think about.
It is,
I
yes.
thought, if I could try it.
Kath's in the studio with me. The woman's here.
Yeah, hi, Angela.
Hiya, Catherine. It works.
I'm glad.
It does. Oh, let me just turn that down. Have some music in the background. Yes, indeed, it does work. It's very noisy there, Angela. Are you underwater?
No, I've got my fan on because it's really hot in my flat.
Oh, your fan on. Are you naked?
Yeah. No.
I am. Much to Kath's upset and chagrin. What's chagrin?
Chagrin.
Hey, no thanks. I'm naked in the studio, and I don't give a damn. I don't give a... Well, I do give a hoot, and that's partly why Catherine is so upset. In it.
Yeah.
Now, tonight's show, I want... it's called Straight to Air. It's withheld numbers. So the phone number tonight is a little bit different. It's 141... 0344 499 1000, and it does mean, don't swear, don't be libelous, I've still got the 7-second delay, but it does mean we could get like the same person on you could call in 100 times and I wouldn't know and wouldn't be able to stop you.
Can nobody tell One Call Paul, please?
Yes. Anything else?
Yeah, I have got something that's been playing on my mind all week.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I saw something on Facebook. It was about the aliens, yeah? And they said that the future aliens had discovered time travel and come back here, put us here. And I thought to myself, we didn't do a very good job then, did we?
So just run that through me again, because this is the first time I've been introduced to this quite complicated concept. So the future aliens have already come back?
Yeah, they come back here. And what happened, they left us here, us lot, to see if we do a good job, but we haven't really, have we?
I don't know. I think we're doing a cracking job. We've got TVs now as thin as you like.
That's true.
And they used to... TVs used to weigh a ton. It took 2 men to lift them. Now my children could lift a modern TV. That's progress. That's progress.
I missed a bit. They left me here and thought they'll let me have a play with the technology, didn't they?
They certainly did indeed. No, I haven't got a clue either. 141 0344 499 1000. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yep.
How are you?
I'm very, very well. What have you called in for? Have you just called in just to see if it works?
Yeah.
It works.
That's great.
Thanks very much indeed. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Hello, mate.
Hello, line 3.
Can I pleasure your wife?
Well, it'll save me a job when I get home. That's an old Tommy Boyd line, guys. So, the way we're doing it tonight, it's calls straight to air, but only withheld calls only, because there's this rumour, this myth going around that if you phone up a radio station and it's a withheld number, they won't let you on. That might be true in some places, I don't know, cowards. It might be true for cowards who are scared of people expressing themselves and using their free speech. But not here at all. I mean, we're partly protected with the dump button. So if you're calling in, your calls will go straight to air, but you need to withhold your number. And the way you do that is you dial 141 before you dial the number. I can see someone calling in now. Their last 3 digits are 908. I'm not answering that phone call. I'm just not going to answer it because I don't want to talk to someone who's, let's be honest, too dumb to get what is a very, very simple concept.
Could it be that they're phoning without listening?
Could it be I'm falling in love? Is it? I don't know. They could be they're not listening. It's not one of the regulars who doesn't listen, because the regulars, their name would pop up on the screen. So, the phone number this evening is... I'm going to do it all night. And it might be brilliant, it might be awful. Hello?
Sorry.
I just can't tell, but the phone number is, for one night only, guys, 141 0344 499 1000. So many ways they can listen, Catherine. Why don't you tell them how they can listen?
If you've got a DAB radio, you might be listening on that. If you've got a computer, you might be listening on that.
No, don't tell them how they might be listening. Tell them how, because obviously they're listening some way, but to give them...
Yeah, but for the people that are, they're going to go, I'm already doing it.
But they might not know that we're on DAB, or they might not know that there's a Talk Radio phone app.
OK, so some people are going to get a surprise now. If you're that person, this is going to just savour the feeling. DAB, we're on DAB. We're online. You can listen through our website, which is talkradio.co.uk. There is an app you can download from the App Store. It's the Talk Radio one, and you can listen on that. You can also watch us on Periscope tonight, and you can have a little chat with some randoms.
But periscope.com/Iain Lee, including a gentleman on Periscope who I blocked. But then he sent me such amusing emails that I thought, you know what, credit where it's due. He might be irritating on Periscope, but actually, his name is Master Onion.
Yeah, it's the one that continually asks if people have got PPI.
Yeah, that's the fella. I've unblocked him.
He's got a friend now, and they ask each other.
Yeah, I think it's the same bloke. But he sends me... you can email me, by the way. If you want to email the studio... then you just go to talkradio.co.uk and you click on email the studio. If you want to email me personally, you go to Iain@iainlee.com. Iain@iainlee.com. And Mr. Onion has just sent me, Dearest Iain, you are a great presenter. If you could unblock me on Periscope, I would be eternally grateful. However, I must tell you, I can't stop talking about PPI and Selco. They are brilliant. So dang good. Your attempt to try and block me last night was well planned, well executed, admirable even, but ultimately doomed to failure. For I am Master Onion. And he sent me loads of them, and I thought, fair play to him. He's not one of these simpletons that did, please unblock me. Please unblock me. He's unblocked. So he's going to annoy you on the Periscope.
Let him have his fun. It's a simple pleasure.
I'm going to take this call just to say, line 1...
Hiya.
Yeah, we're only accepting calls this evening from withheld numbers.
Oh, I see.
So you've got you can call in again, but you've got to dial 141 before you dial 0344 499 1000. Would that be okay?
Okay, give me a minute. I'll do that.
Thank you very much indeed. There we go. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
shot to the heart, and you're to blame, darling. You give love a bad name.
Is it darling? Shot to the heart and...
You're to blame.
Darling.
No, I don't think darling's in there.
No, I don't remember hearing darling in it. What is a phone in for you? Songs with the word darling in, because there aren't that many. That baby... Oh, all of them. Darling, not that many.
Hard to rhyme with.
Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello, line 1.
Hello. How are you today?
I'm very, very well, thank you indeed.
I speak English.
Yes, you do.
I learn it from a book.
All right.
Hello.
Goodbye. Line 5, you're on the wireless.
Hello, hip hip hip.
Hip hip hip. Wait, I keep expecting it to be that guy we just asked to phone back again, but okay. Yes, hello, hip hip hip.
Right, basically, you know you're telling people to do the withheld thing, the 141?
Yes, I am, yes.
Some mobile phones won't do that. It'll still show their number.
Well,
you have to actually physically go into your settings and change it in your settings.
141 won't block... Oh, look, Ed's in a bad mood. Look at him just kicking his way in the studio.
Come on.
I heard that.
Yeah, did you hear that? He's just kicked his way into the studio. It's like Chuck Norris in here. Oh, well, that's really 141 won't block it on a mobile.
Yeah, on certain mobile phones, it won't block it out. You have to physically go into your settings and change it in your call settings.
Is that because of perverts?
I ain't got a clue.
But it is.
Well, thank you very much indeed. Let's go to line 5. 5, you're on the wireless. Return of the Mac?
Yeah, Mark Morrison.
I wish I had a fader so I could ride it.
Yes, I do.
I might be playing that tomorrow on Virgin Radio between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
You won't be. That'll be an oldie to them.
Will be. Are we ever going to get faders here? Because
you've got a picture of one there.
That's true. Let's go to line 6. 6, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I've got a question to ask you. Basically what it is, right?
What's your name? Do I know the Beatles? Yes, I do. Oh. Thank you very much for calling. Right, that's how we're going to do the show. Maybe that wasn't the question. We're going to take calls straight to... Where's Ed gone? I'm about to throw to a break and he's...
I'll go and press it.
Where's he gone?
I don't know.
What is his problem tonight? Has he had a fight with James or something? What is his problem? Flippin' heck! Kick Chuck Norris's way into the studio, then naffs off when it's break time. Oh, I'll explain what's happening after this.
Election 2017 on Talk Radio. The manifestos, the mandates, the mother of all radio stations.
It's going to be a good one tonight, guys.
What's going on? Talk Radio. Are you serious?
You know the saying, blink and you'll miss it? Well, you could use it for TalkTalk's Fibre Flash sale. Because for a very short time you can get TalkTalk Fibre, which is 4 times faster than standard ADSL broadband, for just £25 a month, including line rental, for 2 whole years. It's Britain's lowest priced fibre compared to Sky, BT and Virgin over 24 months, saving you up to £535 versus BT. But hurry, the flash sale ends June the 1st. Search TalkTalk Fibre and join now. TalkTalk, for everyone.
Comparison with BT excludes voucher and is based on TalkTalk's faster up to 38 meg and BT's Infinity One up to 52 meg packages. Contract and conditions apply.
Lately you've been thinking about giving Just for Men a go. But you want to know, is it easy?
Naturally, it's going to be a good one tonight, Periscopers.
Just for Men is indeed easy and more natural than, say, a chat with Mum. Yes, Mum, you deserve grandkids. We're working on it. No, Mum, I don't live at the pub. Tough stuff. In comparison, Just for Men remains easy. About 5 minutes and you're back to your natural-looking hair colour. Mum, however, is only getting started. Just for Men. Find it in the men's aisle.
Mummy and Daddy got 2 free tickets to Legoland with the sun when they collected 10 tokens inside the paper,
saving us up to £120.
Can I join friends, Dad?
That's 2 free tickets to the Legoland Windsor Resort when you collect 10 tokens inside the sun. Continues this week.
Talk Radio. We got entertainment and we're not afraid to use it. Talk Radio. Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
There we go, dear listener. Withheld numbers only. Call straight to air 141 0344 499 1000. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hi, I'm back again, Ian.
Oh, is he?
I was going to ask you a sensible question.
Yeah, please do. Sorry, I was being very rude for the sake of a quick gag, and I apologise profusely. Thank you for calling back. Go on.
Okay, I was going to ask you. You know the Beatles? Were they actually fluent in German? Because I've got a CD here with 10 Beatles songs on, and they're all in German.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Well, they're not by the Beatles. They're not by the Beatles. Did
it's the Beatles? I've got. It's the part of Beatles.
no, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Listen, hang on.
Yeah, that's the Beatles.
Listen.
Yeah, I know this. Sie liebt dich. He said there were 10 songs by the Beatles in German. There's not. There's 2. There's Komm, gib mir deine Hand.
Oh.
He's not going to play the whole thing, is he?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
And I'll put another one on for you.
Put another one on. Yeah. This is the Beatles. Komm, gib mir deine Hand.
Come to me, to make me come to me.
Yes. According to him, he's got 8 more of these. He ain't. Okay, yes. Yes. He's playing the whole thing. Hello. Yes. I haven't got a fader. If I had a fader, I could fade him down. I'll pay for the faders. Tell Denny I'll pay. No. Tell Denny I'll pay for the faders.
No, he'll let you.
Hello. Please, not the whole thing. Hello, caller. Okay, line 2, you're on the wireless.
Oh, darling, please believe me.
Thank you very much indeed.
I'll never...
Okay, it's a Beatles theme night. So there's a song with Darling in. Oh, Darling by the Beatles from Abbey Road. Know any others? Darling, be home soon. I know I couldn't wait an extra hour for the great relief of having you to talk to.
Oh.
Loving Spoonful. So we've got Oh, Darling, Darling, be home soon. Little Darling, Little Darling, bop, 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 do that a little darling, bop, bop. That's it. I think they're the only 3.
Just the 3, yeah.
Yeah, just the 3 of us. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Katie Hopkins!
I've not got a clue what you're talking about, sir. 141 0344 499 1000. Let's go to line 5. 5, you're on the wireless. Is this my girl? I don't know what that is. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, Mr. Iain Lee?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much indeed. That we've crammed more into the first 20 minutes of the show than a lot of shows have over their entire 2 or 3 hours. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a fun one tonight.
Yes, great show so far.
Thank you. There we go, and he hung up. That's all he wanted to say.
He knew when he'd peaked.
Yeah. Line 8, you're on the wireless.
One thing I haven't mentioned yet, and it's at the forefront of my mind, is why I'm here. Now, in radio in general, when somebody leaves under negative circumstances, that person no longer exists, nor have they ever existed.
Now, this is Nick Abbott, but he's not talking about today's news. This is old.
And they wiped your file. But this isn't the case here. Ian has left of his own accord. Ian is no longer here. That's why I'm here. Now, I should have said that right at the beginning, but having been in the business for so long and seen people leave...
Is this him when he replaced me?
...stations that I worked at, the normal procedure is never
or
to
is it
mention
Ian
them
Collins
again
he's talking about?
on the air. But he didn't leave under unpleasant circumstances. He's gone to do other things, which will become clear when he starts doing them. So that's why I'm here, right? I felt it felt a bit odd not saying anything, but then it felt odd to say something. But now I blurted it out. That's your fault, Helen. You're the producer.
Helen?
There is Tooting Beck. Hello, Julie.
Is it? I think he was talking about me, because Helen behind the glass used to work with me. I think he was... was he talking about me? He was wrong. He was wrong. I did hand in my notice at LBC. If he is talking about me, I handed in my notice and I offered to work off a month because the new boss hated me. Absolutely hated me. And I knew my contract had about 3 months left on my contract. And I wanted to get out. I had another job lined up. So on the Friday, I handed in my notice, knowing the boss, who was a control freak, would go nuts. And he went, bonk, you can't do this. You can't do this. I said, yes, I can. And I'm giving you a month's notice.
People don't leave, do they?
No. And he said, OK, fine, we'll let you work off that month's notice. Monday morning, got a phone call. Yeah, don't come back. So I did the Friday night show, not knowing it was my last night. Was that Nick Abbott talk? I've never heard that, if that was him. I've never heard that. Line 8, oh, no, we just lost you. Let's go to line 9. Line 9, you're on the wireless.
Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter.
Here comes the song.
Not
Thank
that
you.
song. Not that song.
Do you want to tell the ladies and gentlemen why that song?
I wouldn't be here without that song.
You were
Let's just leave it there.
conceived. That song gave your dad a right-raging...
No.
He heard that. They were watching the telly. That came on. He went, right, all right, love, come over here. We're going to make baby. We're going to call it Baby Kath.
Oh, God.
Songs with the word darling in. We've got 2 Beatles songs so far. Line 10, you're on the wireless.
Darling, I'm feeling pretty lonesome. I'd call you on the phone some, but I don't have a dime.
That's not a real song, is it? That's not a real song. I can see Alan Caddick phoning in. Does someone want to let him know?
He's not listening, so
he's not listening. I can see his name flashing up. If I can see your name, if I can see your number, you're not coming on. How many calls have we had so far?
15.
Do you know what? When I suggested this, I knew it would go well. And I'll tell you why. For 2 reasons. One, I knew, and 2 is by coincidence. One is because it has been such an horrendous week. I mean, just awful. That everyone has gone a bit nuts. I've been a bit nuts, you've been a bit nuts. And by a bit nuts, I mean, our emotions have gone all over the place. You know, we talked about crying in the week. We talked about being angry. We talked about some people are suddenly very, very aware of their mortality. So emotions all over the place. So the chance to come on the radio anonymously and do whatever you want, no libel, no swearing, do whatever you want without any repercussion. I just knew it would be that pressure release. And the second reason is because it's boiling. It's boiling out now at 25 minutes past 10. It's hot. And when people are hot on a Friday night and they're not out down the pub or they've not got a partner in bed with them or whatever, they go nuts. So we've got 2 reasons, one horrific and one weather-based, for people to be slightly unhinged. I don't mean that in a derogatory way. Slightly excitable. There's all this pent-up emotion and people don't know how to get rid of it. So the thought of being able to phone up a national radio station anonymously, numbers withheld, names withheld. You tell us your name if you want, that's fine. You make up a name, don't tell us your name. And come on and be stupid. Just be stupid. And some people will listen to this and go, oh, this is flippant, childish nonsense. And as a nation, as a people, we this is like 3 hours of free therapy where, I don't want to know about your childhood, but you just come on and you make silly noises and you sing songs and that's it. And I think we all need it this week. That was a full run of the switchboard. Let's go to line 1. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Our lips shouldn't touch. No, but darling.
It turns out there's quite a few songs.
That's a good song, that.
If you've just tuned in, we are looking for the only topic I've thrown out so far, and I've got a couple more. We are looking for songs with the word darling in.
Just thought of one.
Go on.
Darling, I think about you often, my pretty girlfriend.
I love the way you soften my love with your love, your precious love. Oh, yeah. Darling by the Beach Boys. There's a really sexy, indulge me for 20 seconds. There's a strange copyright law, and if record labels don't use something after 50 years, it falls into the public domain, which means everyone owns it. No one owns it, everyone owns it. I don't quite understand the law. But what that means is, it's different in America and Britain. But so what that means is, over the past, I mean, rock and roll, in terms of groups, started in about 1961. So for the past 6 years, record labels have been kind of sneaking out these weird little releases of like studio stuff and unreleased stuff. And the Beatles have had loads, and a lot of them they've just been available on iTunes for a day and then they've gone, and that's enough to keep those songs in copyright. But the Beach Boys have got, they're doing it in style now. They are releasing a 2 CD set called 1967, which was a slightly barren year for the Beach Boys in terms of hits, but not in terms of wonderful songs. And it's all unreleased. 2 CDs worth of all unreleased stuff called 1967. Oh, baby. Take my money, please. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
Oh, my darling.
Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling Clementine. I tell you a song that was on when I was a kid in the 70s and 80s. Oh, there we go. There's music there. There was a programme on Radio 1 called Junior Choice, right? But Ed Stewpot Stewart, and he would know. Junior Choice. And they would play songs for kids. Whereas now, Ariana Grande is songs for kids. Yeah, she's going to come and do a concert for Manchester. Yeah. Isn't that good for her? Because loads of people online, well, why doesn't she go in and meeting the victims in the hospital? Oh, how can you put anything on that poor girl's shoulders?
She's offered to pay for the funerals.
Has she really? Yes. I did not know that. What an amazing young woman. What an amazing young woman. How dare anyone put anything on that poor girl's shoulders after what she's been through? I mean, the huge trauma. She'll be suffering from trauma.
Everyone there.
Yeah. How dare you? For her to say, I'll come... For her to be brave enough to come back to Manchester, because I could completely understand why she'd say, never going to Manchester, never going to the UK again. I'd understand that. I wouldn't think any less of her. But for her to come back and say, I'm going to do a concert... That is class, guys. That is class. What was I talking about before? Oh, yeah, so now, you know, if you're having a show for kids, you would play things like Ariana Grande and Katy Perry and the Harry Styles. But then they would play what, basically All Aboard. And there was a song that was always on, and and I hate... Having kids, I hate stories and poems and songs that are built on repetition. The Boy Who Cried Wolf. I just jumped to the end bit where they tell him to get knotted and the wolves eat all the shit. I hate that. You've got to go through it 4 times before you get to the thing.
The 3 Little Pigs.
The 3 Little Pigs. The giant turnip. All of that stuff. I hate it. And there was a song that used to play all the time. And it went like this. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, there's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, a hole.
Then mend it, dear George.
That was Henry, the version,
dear Henry. Hang on.
Mend it, dear Henry, dear Henry. Yeah. Mend it, dear Henry, dear Henry.
Mend it.
With what shall I mend it, dear Liza, with what shall I mend it, dear Liza, with what?
With a stone, isn't it?
What on earth have you
And then at the end it was with a straw.
No, it was with straw. We'll have to play it now.
Oh,
Line
God.
3, you're on the wireless. Can I get a water, please, Ed? A jug of cold water. Thank you, mate. Line 3.
What does this mean? We're not talking about eternal truth or absolute truth or ultimate truth. We're talking about impermanent, transient human truth. I expect you people to be capable of truth, but God damn it, at least you're capable of self-preservation.
Can't quite hear that, but thank you very much. It's appreciated. Line 5, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian. It's Angela again.
Hello.
You know that hello. Do you know that lady said about the settings on the mobile? You have to change your settings and put 141 and the number.
Yes.
I thought I'd try it. It's called this, isn't it?
Isn't it just? Do you feel like a spy?
Yeah, I do.
Honey trap.
Don't you think it's fun?
I do think it's a lot of fun. Let's go to line... Why is my screen not working? Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Darling, stand by me.
You're a great caller, mate. You're a great caller. He's brilliant. I don't even recognise that voice. I don't think that's a regular.
No, I think it might be a new one.
Oh, that's great. He's sat at home when he thought, I can do this. I found my calling. It's phoning up a radio station anonymously and singing songs with the word darling in. And everyone he's done, I'm going, oh, of course. Thank you, mate. Thank you for that. Let's go to line 8. 8, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, line 8.
How are you, my darling?
I've got a slightly clarty mouth, but I'm fine.
Have you? That actually brings me on to my question.
Oh.
Excuse me.
There we go.
Ian, you're a successful broadcaster, aren't you? You have been for a few years.
I don't know about successful. I've managed. I've for 19 years. I've made my living doing this. I don't.
Exactly.
Is that a
Well,
success? Then
that's
yes.
a success, isn't
Okay,
it?
I'll count that as a success. Yes.
You know, you're earning money at something you're doing that you love.
Yes.
It's like being a professional footballer, you know, anything like that.
Yeah.
If you enjoy your job and you're earning money, then that's the holy grail, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think so, anyway.
Okay.
Within your period of the 19 years, I just wondered if you've ever been struck with something before you're going on air, like hearing loss or something like that?
Or a cough. No, not immediately before. I had a migraine on air. I had to throw up. I had to. It was started off as a really bad headache, and I thought, I can get through this show with a bad headache. But then, 15 minutes into the show,
did you get the flashes?
I got the flashes. 15 minutes into the show, I thought, this is a migraine. I can't do 3 hours. And I remember I asked someone a question, and as they answered the question, I had to turn my microphone off and puke up in a bucket.
Oh man!
Yeah, and then I had
horrendous.
then I had to message the producer and say, "Can you? I can't do this. You've got to get someone in because I'm dying."
It's debilitating, isn't it?
Oh, it's awful.
It is when you get it bad, when you get the sickness as well.
Yeah.
God, well, the show went on. Anyway, I've had hearing problems this week, so I looked at the doctors.
Yeah, here we go.
And he said, "Well, what are the symptoms?"
Here we go.
I thought, well, Homer's a fat bloke and Marge has got blue hair.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's go to line up. You bring the jokes and we'll endure them. Line 8, you're on the wireless. Hello? That's you.
They were just enjoying that punchline.
Yeah, they've gone. That's fine. Do you want to go and fire off this break, please, Catherine?
Where's he gone?
I don't. Well, I did ask him to get some cold water actually, so he's doing a job this time. Miserable New Zealand git. Different phone number tonight, guys. You add 141 to the start of it. We want calls straight to air, but anonymous, please. 141 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Late nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
The Unexplained, Sunday night from 10 on Talk Radio. I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. On The Unexplained this week with me, Howard Hughes, we'll be looking at the place where hard science and pure paranormality meet face to face. We'll have medium Lee Wybird taking your calls. Plus, we'll be visiting the Haunted Hospital. Unplug from the Matrix, open your third eye and listen to The Unexplained with Howard Hughes. Sunday night from 10, Earth Time, on Talk Radio. Late night Iain Lee. Unfiltered night talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
I keep wanting to sort of chat and set up things, but you guys want to phone in anonymously, so I'm happy to do that. There'll be a lull at some point in the show. We're here until... when are we here until, Catherine?
1.
Yeah, we go. That's it. So but there'll be a lull. We can have a... But you want to call in? You're calling in. Line 1, you're on the wireless. Hello? Not a clue what that is.
Gasolina.
Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hey, Chief, we got big trouble on account of your boy Mac. My boy Mac? Why, what's wrong with him? My boomerang won't come back.
Thank you very much indeed. People needed this nonsense tonight. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Oh, darling, save the last dance for me.
He's got competition. He's got... Oh. Hey. Oh! Oh, this is brilliant. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Close your eyes. Give me your hand,
darling. Line 8, you're on the wireless.
Hush, my darling, don't feel, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight.
There's two of them doing it.
Should we just giving each other's numbers.
Line 9, you're on the wireless.
Tickets. Your terrible existence without the nightly fix of James H. Reeve comes to an end on Monday, July the 4th. The nocturnal emissions will be in full flow once again at 10 p.m. as the world's most perfectly developed man returns to the fray. James H. back on Piccadilly on Monday night. Oh, he's back tonight, 10 to 1. James H. 3 minutes to 4. Final song today on our music machine.
I love listening to old radio. It's James H. Reeve.
Yeah.
I love listening to old radio because, I mean, that wouldn't have been that long. I mean, that might have been the 80s. I'm not sure, maybe even the 90s. But even stuff from the 90s sounds ancient now, doesn't it? And so out of date. They won't stop ringing. Line 9, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Line 9.
I've had an absolutely bloody awful week.
Any particular reason, or just the news, or what?
I live in Manchester, and it's been quite mad. I mean, what's happened is I've been organising vigils and things for people, so it's been quite emotionally draining.
Yeah, I bet it has. Well, good for you for helping to make a difference.
I was wondering if me and you could sing a song.
Yeah, fella, I'm totally up for that. This is what we need.
I've skipped it to towards the end bit because it's had a 1 minute 57 bit without the word darling in.
Okay, here we go.
But I've got to the bit with darling in.
Okay, beautiful. Let's have it.
All right, here we go. Hush, my darling,
Victoria, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. Hush, my darling, don't cry, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. It's got a line 10, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, Mike live. Hello, Ian.
At last, I've been waiting for you to call in all evening. I don't know who it is.
Mark in Bletchley Towers.
Mark in Bletchley Towers. Good evening, Mark. The first one brave enough, bold enough, stupid enough to give us his actual name and where he lives. We're going to send the hit squad round now.
I've got a good record for you. You have to check it out. It's called Jimmy Darling, and it's Vicky Sally, and that's spelt...
Hang on, what's the name of the song and what's the name of the artist? You gave me two names.
No, the song is called Jimmy Darling.
Yes.
And the artist is Vicky Sally. And
Sing it.
Sally is spelt Sallee.
Sing it, otherwise it doesn't exist.
Song. I think it was released on the London American label.
Kath, you try and get through to Mark.
Mark.
Yes, Catherine.
Sing it.
Sing it. I can play it.
Do whatever, but make it happen now.
Yeah, I'm happy it's happening now.
Hey, doesn't that sound like rain until September?
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go,
You're
thank
still
you.
far away.
Thank you, Mark. But it might as well rain until September. Turns out some people don't like it when I sing on the radio. I've had a lot of abusive comments, some from you, on Twitter today about my singing.
Did you see the one about the man being told by his neighbours to shut his skylight?
Yes, I did.
But at least he's talking to his neighbours.
Exactly. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Save your love, my darling, save your love.
Renee and Renata. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Low, low, skip to my low, 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 skip to my low, 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 skip to my low, sing, skip to my low, my darling.
There we go. They won't stop phoning. I want to go to a break. But line 4, you're on the wireless.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Catherine.
Hello.
How are you?
Hot.
Bothered.
Naked.
Sweaty.
Yeah, sweaty bum cracks.
Oh, speak for yourself.
Huh? Anything else?
My name is Alistair.
Thank you. Line 8, you're on the wireless.
I don't hate it from people like you. who couldn't play football, who kicked one goal from the halfway line and thinks he's a player. You're not basically. You're a man, mate.
Got a couple of other goals, I think.
I'm not being funny.
I know you're not being... You don't have to tell us you're not being funny.
Ollie, just listen, Andy.
I know you're not. Ollie, I've had enough of him, Ollie. No, I've had enough of him.
No, come on.
No, he's so rude.
Is this TalkSport?
Of course it is.
Is this what's going on now?
I'll give you 30 seconds.
Ollie, I don't care. All I'm saying to you, Jason, Ollie, a bit more respect for people.
I've had so many people get in touch saying, I'm so glad I found you, because that TalkSport stuff, it just does my head in.
I think the sexual tension there is palpable.
Line 5, you're on the wireless. Now that I've found you. It's a Beach Boys song from 1980. It's an obscure one. Last one before the break. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
My name is still Alistair.
Thank you.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
It's relentless. I've never seen it like it here. They're pulling them out. Just boom, boom, boom. Perfect. It's exactly what was needed this week.
Great Taste of America's back with the South Carolina stack. What's that?
Legend has it there are 2 beef burgers.
Oh, yeah, Andy.
Smoky cheese, bacon, and a serving
Absolute
of
nonsense. I
yippee-ki-yay
love
sweet
it.
South Carolina sauce. What do you say, cowboy?
Giddy up, partner.
Yeah, that was my Cabot talking about me.
Great Taste of
I've never heard
America
that.
is back at McDonald's.
No, not
Go
true.
all out for the South Carolina stack with smoky cheese. Ends Tuesday. Available from 10:30am, subject to availability, participating restaurants only.
Dave, this is not the way to the ground. Please put the sat-nav on.
Sat-nav? I don't need that. I'm a human compass, me. You won't get good odds on what happens next. But for great in-play prices on the footy, get yourself to 10bet.co.uk and score a first deposit bonus of up to £200.
David, I don't think this is Wembley, is it?
When it's time to bet, it's time to 10bet. Minimum deposit £15. Deposit must be staked in full to qualify. 5 rollovers of deposit and bonus required. Single bets and ACCAs only. Please bet responsibly.
Have I got PPI? Want to know if you've had PPI? Find out with our free PPI check. We had claimed back PPI in the past, but it turns out there were some lenders we hadn't checked. The service Stanton Fisher provided was absolutely brilliant. We didn't have a lot to do, and the results spoke for themselves. We received over £2,500. So text check to 80800 for your free PPI check. Have I got PPI.com? That's check
Bum, bum,
to
bum, bum, bum,
80800.
bum, bum,
Did
bum.
your husband accidentally transfer the contents of your joint account to a Nigerian prince called Trust Me Good Man? Perhaps you bought diet pills on the internet that made you frightened to cough. Or maybe your exotic mail-order bride turned out to be a Ukrainian pig farmer called Igor.
When the
Oh,
cut
yeah,
is
brilliant,
on,
I mean,
you
yeah.
need a man who's on it. Listen to the Radio Hustle with scam-busting Supremo Alexis Conrad and get the inside track on all the latest swindles, schemes, tricks and traps the fraudsters are using to get their hands on your cash.
Get tipped off, not ripped off. The Radio
Right,
Hustle with
Periscopers.
Alexis Conrad, enemy of the con man.
Tomorrow afternoon from 1 on Talk Radio.
The wild man of late-night radio is back.
Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Listen, I'll set up the show just after 11 because the phones are going mental. If you've just tuned in, it won't make sense for the next 15 minutes, but bear with us. Let's go to line 1. 1, you're on the wireless. Whoa! We got that. Get rid of them. Oh, we got rid of them. Let me just say, apologies, people on Periscope, and there is the slimmest chance that some of that may have gone out on the radio. There's this very slight chance, because it was very muffled. Did some of it go out? Well, I'm going to say it anyway, just to cover my ass, because I know how to cover my ass. There is a very slim chance that the gentleman there just played a very, very rude song. It was very muffled, and some of it may have gone out on the radio, and if it went out on the radio and I didn't dump it in time, you have my sincerest, humblest apologies. Never our intention to put bad language on the air. If I had a fader, things would be a little bit easier, but we don't at the moment, so we have to work around that. So there we go. Right, let me know when we've got... I did a double dump there. We got delay? How much have we got? Give me 9, 10, say. Oh, beautiful. Okay, right. Well, I'll hover over this then. Yes, line 2, you're on the wireless.
Is it Ghostbusters 2?
Thank you very much indeed, sir. There's always one, isn't there? There's always one. Let's try line 1. You're on the wireless.
Stir it up,
Little darling, stir it up. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
They seeking here, they seeking there. My name is not Alistair.
Thank
What
you.
do you buy?
Okay, thank you very much indeed. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Subscribe to Rabbit Hole TV. It's spiffing.
I agree, but I agree. I agree. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Good evening, Ian and Kath again. My first name is Alistair. What is my second name? Have a guess.
Is it Alistair?
No, it's Darling. Ha ha!
Okay. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Did you know that there's a weird noise in the hold music for Talk Radio?
No, make that noise.
When the music, you connect,
Right.
then you get the dun, 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 dun.
Hang on.
You know, you get the dun, 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 and then right at the end, somebody goes, ah.
Hang on a minute, I'm going to call and
Is it
find out.
you doing that?
499 1000. Hang on a minute, will I find out? I'm going to call. I'm going to call me, hang on.
Yes. Thank you for calling Talk Radio. Calls are charged at your provider's national rate. Your call will be answered shortly. Thanks for holding.
No, Victoria.
At the end of this bit.
All right. Have we had it yet?
Not yet, no. This ends. Or it's at the end of this bit.
How much longer does this go on for, Gatford?
20 seconds.
Jeez.
How do you know it was me?
Because you've got a really dull voice and I'm falling asleep. Yep. Right.
I didn't do it.
There was nothing there, mate. Absolutely nothing there.
Can you recommend someone to test my hearing?
Yeah, I can. Blooming brain surgeon. Line 2, you're on the wireless. There we go.
Chaz and Dave.
There we go.
Oh,
darling. There ain't no pleasing you. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Oh.
Baba booey, baba booey, baba booey.
Oh, this is...
Yeah. Baba booey, baba booey, baba booey.
This guy,
Yeah.
this got sent to Howard Stern, this clip, and he played it on his radio
Is this a
show.
recording? No. Baba booey, baba booey.
Tried
baba
to
booey.
destroy
Is
me.
it actually a person? Yes. Oh, in that case, it's got like a sort of hiss to it, as though it's a recording.
Right, because that's apparently the thing, Baba Booey. And so Howard, if anyone's got the Howard Stern clip where he tries, well, that guy sounds like a right asshole, or something like that, he says, about me. Oh, it was funny, Howard, yeah, nice one. If anyone's got that, play that, because I've not heard that for years. Let's go to line 1, you're on the wireless.
This is the most exciting thing I've ever done in my life.
That's me winning an award. You don't need to hear that, guys, but I've won 3 of them. Yes, line 4.
I want you to play with my ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling.
Not really. Line 5, you're on the wireless.
Ian, Catherine, how are you?
Good, thank you, Alistair.
I want to sex you up.
Okay. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
They're not one of the
There we go.
greatest rock.
Yeah, it wasn't an award, it was this.
They are the greatest rock and roll band in the world. The Who.
That's me introducing the Who live on stage.
You mean the hoo-wah?
The hoo-ah! The hoo-ah! Line 5, you're on the... Oh, no, hang on a minute, I've done something here. Line 5, you're on the wireless.
Everybody give up for time to slam dunk. We got a Space Jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, take your chance at the Space Jam. All right.
That's call of the night. Just put that out as a... Send me that clip, because I'm going to put that on my SoundCloud page. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Oh, hi, Ian.
Hey, Line 7.
Hi, big fan.
Thanks. I'm okay.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. I was just wondering, can we book you for charity events at all?
Yeah, of course you can. How much are you paying?
Cool, because... well, I'm having a charity event later this year for people that struggle to orgasm, and I was just wondering if you can come.
He wins £5.
That was delicious, wasn't it? That was delicious. Oh, God. Oh, God. That was good. That was good. I want to kind of just stop and slow things down, but I keep seeing the phones, and because I don't have any names or numbers, it excites me. I've got a fail-safe system in now, so that what happened before, it didn't go out apparently, but you can never be too sure. What happened before won't happen. It just means me hovering over two buttons, which I'm quite happy to do. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian. Yeah, I did 141. You're waiting for me, I know. Where's my music?
I haven't got time to cue it up, I'm afraid. You sound so miserable that you had to come on anonymously.
Well, you said you only take an anonymous call, so I did 141.
Correct. Well done. But you sound really upset by it.
No, because I know you wouldn't answer the call otherwise tonight.
Well, exactly.
Okay. So I'll say, I haven't managed to have my chat with Kath tonight.
Well, you can chat to her now.
It's fine.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
You do look like it. I haven't seen... I don't know what you look like, but I reckon you do look like Emma Willis, don't you? You know what I said to you last night, yeah?
Yeah, I know. You said a lot of things to me last night. I wondered if you'd still mean it in the morning.
No, I haven't had any drugs or drink, no. The strongest thing I've had today is a KFC.
Really?
I've never had a KFC.
Mega bucket?
No, don't be so harsh on yourself, Catherine. That was her nickname at school.
That was a Zinger Burger box meal.
Okay.
Oh, that was your nickname.
Okay, right. You know the Farnham Road Inn, yeah?
No.
Yes, I do know it, yes.
Yeah, okay. I went down to the drive-through, on the KFC drive-through on the Farnham Road.
Yeah.
Okay, and I passed the shop. You know there's loads of different shops along there?
Yes, the Farnham Road, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Nobody else I know. Anyway, there was this individual shop. I think it was a Polish food shop.
Oh, yeah. Polski
okay, I use them sometimes because I like some of their different foods.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yes.
One of the name of one of these shops that was a Polish food shop, it was, I'll spell it and then you pronounce it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll spell it out. It was one word.
Yes.
Kopernix.
Koperniks.
Yeah, you don't pronounce it that way, but I found it funny anyway.
Why did you find it funny?
Because a Kopernix... Anyway, never mind.
Like knickers? Nicks?
No, a Kopernix.
A Kopernik someone?
Oh,
yeah. That is true. That is called... That is the...
I'm sure it is. I know the shop. It's red, isn't it? Red, it's a red frontage.
Yeah, like a Polski step, right? Do you know what I go in there for? And you should try it.
To harass the Poles.
Popcorn.
No. You say tresh
Polish sausage.
which is hello.
Polish sausage.
And, yeah, the Polish
sausage. Popatrz na moją górek, ja jestem dupa.
No, the best thing is they do it in glass jars, right? Oh. And it's their version of pate.
Oh, God.
Okay, right.
Polish pate.
Okay, buy it, okay?
I know.
They do pork ones and chicken ones, and right... God, you're not vegetarian, are you?
Not anymore.
Okay, right. When you buy it, you can open it and look at it and smell it.
Okay, yes. You can do that with a lot of...
It's just ship-ems, isn't it?
You can do that with a lot of things, and I don't open and look or smell at any of them. Wow, that was an hour. How many calls was that?
Well, I lost count at 50.
Oh, this is the perfect way to let off steam on a really hot night in it's been one of the lousiest weeks known to this country. We're just going full out stupid tonight, full out dumb. You can phone in with heavier stuff if you want. You'd be very welcome. But full out pointless. That's what we need. No, I'll give out the phone number, the correct phone number in a bit. Late Nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Across the UK.
What an hour!
And on DAB.
Join the conversation party.
50
Countdown
calls.
to the election on Talk Radio.
My thing, Guatemalan cortado. As coffees go, it's pretty lively. Must have smashed out 24 spreadsheets in half an hour. Boom. Which is
That was
funny
incredible. I
enough,
got a
my
bit of a
laptop
downer
didn't
after that.
spell
Fuck,
cortado all
but I'm
over
just
it.
hovering over there.
So,
If I had fadey, see, if I had a
15 inch
fadey, it'd be so
display,
much
1
easier.
terabyte hard drive, and no
Yeah.
big price tag.
I did a
Refurb
double
it is.
Jake's thing. It's got to be a refurbished laptop from eBay.
You're right,
That's as good as
Periscopers.
new
You enjoying
with
it?
Seller warranty.
It's a
Buy
good show
refurbished
tonight.
stuff on eBay and save up to 50% versus new. eBay. Find your thing.
It's lights out,
And
and
it's still
away
ringing.
we go. That emergency plumbing job is no
Relentless.
match for Nigel and his Renault Traffic van. It's his best performance yet. Renault Pro Plus vans are trusted as the logistics partner to the Renault Sport Formula One team, delivering vital
That was good. Yeah, I
components
enjoyed that.
day
I
in,
enjoyed
day
that.
out. See how the award-winning Renault Pro Plus range can power your team with reliability and aftercare service you can count on. Visit one of our Renault Pro Plus specialist dealers to find out more.
Wilbur and I are on a mission with British Gas to help make Britain's homes smarter. We've been all over the country helping install our new smart meters, and he's worn out, poor lad. You'll see how much energy you're using in pounds and pence, putting you in control of your energy use. And your smart meters automatically send us your readings, so you'll always have accurate bills.
Lunatics.
Join the millions already enjoying the benefits. Search British Gas smart meters, subject to eligibility.
Very cool.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Talk Radio.
From the Sky News Centre at 11, 9 men are now in custody in connection with the Manchester bombing, which killed 22 people. Police say a 44-year-old...
It's Harry Belafonte that does There's a Hole in My Bucket.
A number of businesses and homes have also been raided, including a pizza shop in Merseyside. Mohammed El Hadouri, who works there, says his business partner rented a flat to the attacker recently.
He found a lot of things which is strange. He found a piece of metal in the bathroom. He found the electricity. All
66, Jesus!
That's
what I'm saying, I lost track.
Switched off
Because some of them were just
fire alarm
there and
switched
gone,
off.
weren't they?
Ariana Grande has announced she plans to return to Manchester to hold a benefit gig for the victims of the bombing.
No, thank you.
Concert. The pop star's promised to spend time with her fans in what she called the incredibly brave city. Jeremy Corbyn sparked a political row after suggesting Britain's intervention in foreign wars is to blame for terrorism at home. In the Labour leader's first speech since the attack in Manchester on Monday, he claimed the war on terror has failed. Theresa May responded, saying there can be no excuse for what happened. Shadow Home Secretary Diane Abbott says that's not what Mr Corbyn meant.
Jeremy was very clear that responsibility for this atrocity lay with murderous and depraved terrorists. There was no doubt at all about that.
A 40-year-old man's been arrested after a couple in their 80s were found stabbed to death at their home in County Armagh. Police are trying to establish a motive. Police in the northeast have issued a warning after 14 heroin overdoses were recorded in the last 24 hours. A 50-year-old from Stockton has died from what's being described as a particularly dangerous grade of the Class A drug. In sport, Manchester City have signed Bernardo Silva from Monaco for a deal thought to be worth more than £40 million. He says he's joining the Premier League club to play under Pep Guardiola, who he considers to be one of the world's best coaches. The Portugal midfielder won the French top flight. That's the latest. I'm Kevin Gover.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making...
With what shall I wear?
And it goes
Oh,
on.
for heaven's sake.
Flipping it. It goes on and on and on. That's Harry Belafonte doing it. I didn't know it was Harry Belafonte. I thought he was better than that. Harry Belafonte did one of... such a good song. Have you heard Matilda by Harry Belafonte?
I think I have.
Oh, it's Matilda. No, hang on. I'm confusing two songs. We'll take the calls in a minute. Two Harry Belafonte songs. There's Matilda, and there's what's the song he does about Argentina? It is Argentina, doesn't he? Doesn't he do one about Argentina? What does he do? I know he. She took my money, then she ran away. What song is that?
I have no idea.
She took my money, then she ran away. Hang on a minute. She took me money, Then she ran away. Oh, no, it's Matilda. Listen to this. This is a great song. We need to cleanse our palate up. But that's what the 70s were like for children. Why were they laughing? That's a song, isn't it? That's a song. We're taking calls straight to air tonight. It's been a horrible week for, I don't even need to say why it's been a horrible week. It's been a horrible, horrible week. And it's a really hot night, okay? So 2 reasons that we're all feeling, our emotions have been playing havoc this week, up, down, around, weeping, anger, all of this stuff, and there's no real kind of outlet for it. And, well, tonight is your outlet for it. I'm not saying we're going to solve anything. We're certainly not going to fix anything. And in the great scheme of things, none of this matters. But tonight, for 3 hours only, 2 hours now, less than 2 hours, you have a national radio station, Talk Radio, on DAB, smartphone app, and on talkradio.co.uk. And you have the ability to come on straight to air and do what you want. Don't swear. Don't be libelous. We've got a dump button, so if you do swear, it won't go out. But here's the extra trick tonight. You are completely anonymous. You can tell us your names if you want. Of course you can. But you are completely anonymous. And by that, I mean that if you're calling in, I want you to dial 141 before you dial your phone number. Now, most of you know this, but if you don't, if you dial 141, it withholds your number. If I see your name or your number come up on my screen, I will not answer the phone, okay? So if I can see now we've got 4 lines flashing and they're all blank. I've got no idea who they are. So, you want to come on, and you can do silly. We've had 66 calls in the first hour. 66 calls. Put that in your bra and smoke it. 66 calls. And they were all, for the most part, silly, apart from some people who are concerned about aliens. You can phone in with silly, you can phone in and make a noise, or you can stick around and chat, and if you want to just talk about the week, you can do that as well. There really are no kind of rules or anything like that. It's up to you. If you want to stick around and have a longer conversation, Catherine's in the studio with me, and you can come and talk to us. Simple as that. But we will not phone you back tonight. 141 0344 499 1000. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Yeah, poor soul, ho, 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 he, he. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Okie dokie. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
You love Mike speaking.
Yep, he's listening to himself on the radio. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
I don't want nobody else. I love you. There won't be somebody else, and that's true. Say you'll always be my friend, sweet darling.
What does she pretend? Oh, thank you. The only topic we've got so far are songs that have the word darling in, just in case you wondered why we got excited there. What was that, line 4? Yes, I think it was. Let's go to line 5. 5, you're on the wireless.
0870 9090973. Here comes Edwina in High Wycombe. Hello, dear. Hello, dear. Oh, long time no speak, dear.
I can't really hear that. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Yes, I'd like to place an order for delivery, please. Could I get 169 sweet and sour chicken Hong Kong style? Could I get 180 Thai red curry special?
Oh, yeah.
Could I get number 37 chicken chow mein and number 13 prawn cocktail? And how much would that be for everything, including delivery?
That, including delivery, that's going to be £23.60, and we can be there. We're quite busy tonight because it's a Friday. We'll be about 35 minutes. Is that okay?
That's fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. Here's the thing, right? Because it's a cliche, but it's true. When you go to a Chinese restaurant, you just say the numbers, don't you?
Mm.
You just, don't you?
I think so.
You just say and that includes, and I know Wagamama's isn't a Chinese restaurant, it's kind of fusion. If there are numbers on the menu, you just say the numbers. And my wife will not do this. So she will go into the restaurant and
I'll have the chicken. Which one?
Yeah, she'll go, I'll have, we'll get sweet and sour chicken, we'll get plain rice. And they're going, right, okay, what number is that? And I go, please do the numbers. Just do the numbers. You say, I'll have a 32, a 69, and we're going to get we'll get 2 141s, please. Is that all right? Perfect. That's what you do. That's what the numbers are there for.
She didn't get the memo.
No. By the way, I can see Christian calling in. I won't be answering that call, Christian, because it's you've got to withhold your number. 141 0344 499 1000. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Hush, little darling, don't you cry. Mama's gonna buy you a butterfly. Yeah.
Guess my favourite bit of that.
Yeah. Well, those aren't the words, are they?
No. Well, it certainly wasn't the tune.
Yeah. What was great about that? That person didn't have an out, didn't have a punchline, didn't have an ending, and he was hoping I would cut him off. Was not cut off. He had to make up one on the spot, and he did.
Yeah. Everyone should do that now. If you get to the end of your sentence and you realise there isn't a point, whack that on the end.
Yeah.
Agree with yourself.
Again, I can see Christian calling in. I'm not going to take that call, Christian. I'm afraid, and Eddie's not going to. Eddie's on the other side. Is not going to take that call and tell you.
Christian.
You've got to be listening to this tonight. We're taking calls straight to air, but you have to withhold your number. Okay, so you dial 141 0344 499 1000. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll take some more calls.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Up-to-the-minute breaking news and instant reaction on the radio station that's got everyone talking.
You might very well think that. You know I couldn't possibly comment.
Talk Radio.
You know the saying, blink and you'll miss it? Well, you could use it for TalkTalk's Fibre Flash sale. Because for a very short time you can get TalkTalk Fibre, which is 4 times faster than standard ADSL broadband, for just £25 a month, including line rental, for 2 whole years. It's Britain's lowest priced fibre compared to Sky, BT and Virgin over 24 months, saving you up to £535 versus BT. But hurry, the flash sale ends June the 1st. Search TalkTalk Fibre and join now. TalkTalk, for everyone.
Comparison with BT excludes voucher and is based on TalkTalk's faster up to 38 meg and BT's Infinity One up to 52 meg packages. Contract and conditions apply.
1 million is a gargantuan amount, isn't it? If 1 million people stood on each other's shoulders, they'd reach all the way to space. It'd be a bit cold at the top, though. So if I told you over 1 million people have chosen to sell their cars with WeBuyAnyCar.com, you might think, wow, I'm going to give that a go. Gargantuan. I like that
Well,
word.
she didn't give us
Why
a
don't you
bank
join
card
them?
details
Enter your
or
reg
address,
number
you
now at
twat.
WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Oh?
Janie.
Admin fee may apply.
No, did
For
it?
more information,
I didn't
see
make-
WeBuyAnyCar.com/info.
At Argos, this bank holiday, get great deals on barbecues. And an extra 25% off furniture when you spend over £200 with code FERN25. Plus, get a free £10 voucher when you spend £100. Go Argos. Selected lines, conditions apply. Offers end 6th of June. Voucher off ends 3rd of June.
Oh, yeah,
Excludes
no,
gift
exactly.
card purchases.
Talk Radio.
Join the Talk Nation.
Dial up and Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking. Late night, Iain Lee
Right.
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Someone on Twitter says, Ian, what are you talking about tonight? Well, songs with the word darling in and how do you order at a Chinese restaurant. That's pretty much it. If you're listening to us on DAB, online, or with the Talk Radio app, hello, good evening. You can watch us on Periscope. Hiya! Periscope.tv/Iain Lee. Call straight to air, withhold your number, please. How do I do that, sir? You type in 141 before you dial 0344 499 1000. That is the old telephone number and the new telephone number. Let's go to line 1. 1, you're on the wireless.
I got this little prick and eventually all the fluid came out. I've just burst a blister, Ian.
Thanks very much indeed. That was yep. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello. I drove my tractor through your haystack last night.
Ooh-ah, ooh-ah.
I threw me a pitchfork at your dog to keep quiet. Ooh-ah, ooh-ah. Now something telling me that you've avoided me. Come on now, darling, you got something I need.
Oh, I've got a brand new combine harvester. I'll give you the key.
Proper job, young'un.
Thank you very much indeed. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
I tried saying no to drugs, but they just wouldn't listen.
Well, that's a sad story, isn't it?
No.
That's a sad story. That's a very sad story. Lemmy tweeted something very funny today. Lemmy used to drink a lot, I believe. And he said, next month I'll be 13 years sober. You don't know boredom like it. And in many ways he's right. In September I'll be 13 years clean and sober. And I mean, really, a lot of the drugs and drinking was just to fill the boredom. Just to fill the time. Man alive. You don't know boredom like it. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Whoa, mysterious girl
girl, move your body close to mine. Come on, move your body. Come on, move your body. I stop and stare at you, standing on the shore. Whoa.
But there's no darling in it.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, this is perfect. This is just... And there'll be some people at home who will have switched off going, well, this is stupid. Yeah, you're right. It's stupid, and it's dumb, and it's silly, and it's not pointless. There is a point to it. The point is, after this horrible, horrible week, you know, and it's been hideous, we all need a little bit of stupidity. We all just need to switch our brains off and make fart noises and run around waving our hands going, blah, 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 blah. And there's no harm in that. Absolutely no harm in that. Line 8, you're on the wireless.
Hello. Further to your conversation the other night, actually, it's not the Manic Street Preachers, is it? It's the Manic Street Preachers.
Hang on, let me say. It's the, have you got, that, song by the Manic Street Preachers? No, it's the Manic Street Preachers.
No, it's the Manic Street Preachers.
No, it's the Manic Street Preachers. You go, preachers.
What?
Yeah, you're totally...
You're wrong.
Yeah, totally. How would you say it, Kath?
Well, I mean, if you're talking about someone who preached in the street, you would call him a street preacher.
No, it's the band, you muppet.
I know,
Stop trying to be arch.
No, but he's right.
He's not right.
I don't like him anyway. I think they're rubbish.
I do think they're
boring.
If you tolerate this...
I won't. I'll turn it off.
Line 9, you're on the wireless.
Darling, just killed a man. Put a darling to his head. Pulled my darling, now he's dead.
The first one, I thought, he's made a terrible error. But the second one is like, all right, okay.
I see what he's doing here.
He's run out of real ones, and now this is what the next hour and 40 minutes is going to be. Just him replacing words with the word darling. Oh, dear God. Line 10, then. That's a full rung. Yes, line 10. Now, this is Limmy's remix, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fade her down, please. Just mix it down quick. Has it got swearing in?
Don't think so.
All right, then put it back up. You've said that as producer.
I said I don't think so.
I'll tell you what we'll do, because it's not great quality. Could someone tell me honestly on Twitter, has it got swearing in, Limmy's remix to Fry's Turkish Delight? And if it hasn't, we'll play it. We'll find it and we'll dig it out and play it, because there's something... I mean, that man has got too much time in his hands. Someone, I would love to see, and I would contribute. I'd contribute £1,000 to a crowdfunding venture for Limmy to make a movie. Oh, I would happily pay that much money towards a crowdfunding Limmy movie. I would love it. I think he's just one of the most talented people in the world at the moment. And he's got too much time on his hands, and he should make a movie. We'll take him at random now. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Hello, mate.
Yep.
Hello?
Yep, you're on the air.
All right, okay.
Could you turn your radio off?
I am doing. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Thank you very much indeed.
Right. It's horrible, but my daughter's just got back from Magaluf today to find out she's 8 years old.
Yes.
And to find out that one of her mates has tragically died.
When you say tragic, what do you mean? One of her friends was
in Manchester.
Was in Manchester. Oh, yeah. That must be absolutely heartbreaking. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
How is she doing?
No, she's fine. We haven't told her yet, Ian.
Oh, okay. So when you say to find out, I thought that you told her.
No, yeah, she's got back today.
Yeah.
She's been on holiday for 2 weeks in Magaluf, and she's 8 years old, and she's coming home to find out.
Who was on holiday with her?
Her mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went away with her mum.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm speechless because I can't even begin to imagine what you must be feeling.
Well, to be honest, when I say I've not seen it yet,
yeah.
I'm going to see it tomorrow, and I'm going to hug her so much that she might burst.
Yeah.
To be so grateful to have her.
Yeah, of course.
And, to just be thankful for what you've got. And I can't imagine what people are going through.
You make a very good point for all parents, and I know it was people of all ages that died in the attack, and there were, parents as well that died. But we're all someone's children. We're all someone's, mum or dad or brother or sister or son or daughter. And you're right. You make a real fuss of your little girl tomorrow when you see her.
Oh yeah, I will do. Of course, will.
Right. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm all right. I have same issues that you have. Anxiety, depression.
Yeah. And how's that been this week?
No, yeah, I'm all right, mate. Good. I've been working and stuff.
Good. All right. Well, listen. Best of luck tomorrow. I hope I hope everything's all right. And I'm sure you sound like a good dad.
I'm just so grateful.
Yeah.
To have my daughter, and I know you are, to have all your kids.
Yeah, of course. They are gifts.
And all the people of Manchester as well.
Yeah. Thanks very much for your call, man. I appreciate it.
Okay, Ian. Thank you.
Take care.
All right, mate.
There we go. It's he's right, and we're all, we all belong to somebody, and it really has been an absolutely rotten week, hasn't it? And that news, was it Monday night? It was Monday night, wasn't it? Gosh, and we're at Friday night, and dearie me, and what a situation to have to be in as a parent, to at some point have to sit down with a little 8-year-old girl and say something we need to talk about. I don't envy him at all, but he sounds like a good man, and he will do it the best way that he can. I'm sure the mother will as well, and I'm sure they'll do that little girl proud. I'm sure they will. Good luck, and my thoughts are with you, one dad to another. Let's go to line 2. You're on the wireless.
Oh, Carol, I am but a fool. Darling, I love you.
Yeah. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Well, I built my life around you, did what I thought was right, but you never cared about me. Now I've seen the light. Oh, darling, there ain't no pleasing you. Yeah.
He gave us a little yeah at the end as well.
But what was that tune, though? Well, surely, oh, darling, there ain't no pleasing you. He was just reading the words. Yeah. Line 9, you're on the wireless.
Do you remember Vicky the Viking?
Vicky the Viking?
I remember the Vicky the Viking. It was a boy, which was surprising.
I don't remember. I remember
Vicky the Viking was a boy, and that's the important thing. And I always think that you can measure a person's intelligence as an adult, was whether they realised that Vicky the Viking was a boy. Because there were so many people who assumed that Vicky the Viking, because in English culture Vicky would be a girl's name, and because Vicky had long hair, that Vicky was a girl. But Vicky the Viking was a boy. Mm-hmm. And the number of people who think Vicky Viking was a girl is sort of symptomatic, I think, of everything that is wrong with a sort of heterocentric, phallocentric, Anglocentric view of the world.
You're quite angry about this.
I mean, why would you assume that Vicky the Viking was a girl?
Well, I'm unaware of Vicky the Viking, but the assumption, because Vicky is statistically more likely to be a girl's name.
Yeah, but, I mean, this is just not... People didn't even pay attention to the animation or what was happening in the storyline.
Did she look like a boy in the...
No, it wasn't a she. It wasn't a she. It was a he.
It was a cartoon, was it?
That's the whole point. You've made the same mistake, Ian, that everybody makes. And
was it a cartoon?
It was a cartoon, yeah. It was a cartoon.
And she looked like a boy in it?
He was a boy.
Right. And did he look like a boy or did he look like a girl?
He had longish hair, but he was like a Viking, so, And anyway, having long hair doesn't make you a girl, does it?
Vikings could be women. A bit dismissive of the entire Viking people there, aren't you?
I'm not.
You
I'm
were.
not
You just
no,
went.
no, no.
You cited example as to why this girl was a boy, and you said, well, she had long hair and she was a Viking. Well, the Vikings can be women.
No, Vicky was a boy with long hair. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is if you've got long hair and your name is Vicky, that doesn't make you a girl.
It doesn't make you a girl, no, but it means statistically you're more likely to be a girl.
Only in England. In other countries, where Vicky
not just in England. Name me. I can name you 10 girls called Vicky. Name me 10 guys called Vicky, and I'll let you even have Vicky the Viking.
Vicky the Viking.
1.
Vicky Vega from Pulp Fiction. Vicky Vega from Pulp Fiction.
Vicky Vega. It's Vincent Vega, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I call him Vicky.
Okay, if you call him Vicky, okay, fine.
He had long hair as well.
That's number 2. Number 3?
Vicky Cable, the former Liberal Democrat, Twickenham MP and Business Secretary.
By the way, there are all other... That was Get out of here, for crying out loud! By the way, there are loads of other parties and there's an election, so, go nuts. I think that's covered us, hasn't it?
Yeah. Made a fair point, though. Phallocentric is not a word we hear often enough.
Oh, I like that. We've had some really intelligent, stupid calls. Do you know what I mean by that? But intelligent, stupid calls, and this is really making me laugh. Thank you. Line, it's going at random now. Line 5, you're on the wireless. Oh yes. Thank you very much. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Once there was a way to get back homeward. Once there was a way to get back home. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry, and I will sing you a lullaby. Yeah.
On that bombshell, I think we'll take another break.
Start your engines, petrol heads, and don't miss the motor show.
Funny,
it's
isn't it? They get their own
automotive for
little
the people
memes.
on your radio. Sports cars, pickups, 4x4s, GTI or coupe. What convertible is best to buy for a bloke who wears a toupee? He's the motor mouth with the V8 brain. His car know-how is stunning. Listen to Revved Up Andy J and get your motor running.
The Motor Show with Andy J.
Expert car talk that doesn't use a sneaky gadget to improve emissions.
Tomorrow afternoon from 3 on Talk Radio. Late night Iain Lee.
On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Call straight to air, but anonymous calls straight to air, so you've got to block your phone number. If you should know how to do that. Now, 141. We've all phoned up people and withheld our numbers, haven't we? 141 0344 499 1000. I can see Dennis calling in, but I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt, the B of the D. That's not happening, I'm afraid. If I see your name or your number flash up on my screen, I will not take that phone call. That call will not be coming on the radio show tonight. That will not be happening tonight. Hey, I tell you what, the people are calling in, but we'll have a little breather, because it could be a little bit...
What, relentless?
brain befuddling. I know I'm 4 years late to the party, but I've just discovered Inside Number 9. I mentioned this the other day. I absolutely love it. I watched one today that was a little bit... It didn't really go anywhere. It's a little bit disappointing. The one about a pop star who dies in their house. It was the weakest so far. But I think I've seen 4. It's incredible. It is. I mean, I think Reece Shearsmith. I think he's. I'm going to say it, Catherine. I think he's bloody good looking.
Really?
I think he's cute. Yeah, I think he's cute. Have a look. Google him. Have a look. I think he's really hot. I'm going to say it. In the same way that I also think Paddy Considine is sexy.
Oh, gosh. You've got a type, haven't you?
Slightly weird, probably...
Might kill you.
Yeah, it's that kind of look. Yeah.
Needs a letter home to his mum, that kind.
Definitely.
Right.
But I think Reece Shearsmith I think he's delicious.
You like him loco?
Yeah, I do. I'd love to imagine him and Paddy Considine playing brothers. Psycho brothers who take too much ecstasy. And they find a gun.
Oh, God.
There you go. There's a film idea for you guys. But honestly, this programme, I tell you why it's good. Because I don't like TV, right? But all of these are self-contained stories. So there's no payoff at the end of a series, okay? And I don't really like British things because I think they all look a bit cheap and cheerful, whereas American TV programmes now, since Lost, I think, look like movies. Each episode, they throw a lot of
Super
money
glossy.
at it. Yeah, they look like movies. But I think that these Inside Number 9s are shot on film, and they look... There's so much attention to detail and care done. And the right... I mean, the one about the pop star wasn't great, but I've been warned that there were 2 or 3 that perhaps, weren't as good as the rest. But it was still really good to watch, even though it was a little bit of an anticlimax, just because there's so much care put into each episode. And I don't think most TV has that much care put into it anymore. It's him and Steve Pemberton. They write it. They write all of it themselves, and it's just wonderful. I mean, they need a letter home to their mum because it's messed up. Really, but absolutely wonderful. A cracking show. It's on Netflix if you've not seen it, as is Limmy's show. We keep talking about Limmy, and lots of you won't know who he is. If you've got Netflix, watch Limmy's show. It is dark. It is the closest thing I've ever seen to the psychedelic experience in a comedy show. It's just, I'm thinking, they're on YouTube, and they're actually better on YouTube because quite often he'll use like a famous pop song, but on Netflix he can't use the famous pop song. So you can watch him either way. And I'm thinking of doing the Limmy shows again because I'm having listened to the 2 Limmy audiobooks. I'm on a bit of a jag at the moment. Taking calls straight to air. Withheld numbers only, please. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
It's the time of year now that spring is in the air, when those 2 wet gits with their curly hair make another song for moronic holidays that nauseate in a million different ways, from the shores of Spain to the coast of southern France. No matter where you hide, you just can't escape this, darling.
Well, I think you just threw that in. Was that Was that the chicken in the air, learn to deck chair up your nose, go jumbo jet, and then bury all your clothes, paint your left knee green,
and extract your wisdom teeth, something, and pretend your name is Keith.
Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello.
I've just been on a stage in front of 2,000 people, and I'm the loneliest I've ever felt.
Oh, tell me why. Tell me more.
I don't know. I'm in a city that I know very well. Yet I genuinely feel like I'm completely on my own for a very strange moment.
But being on stage, in front of 2,000 people, that isn't in any way intimacy, is it? That is a very solitary experience.
Yeah, I think it's, I don't know, maybe it's a case of you don't have that instant reaction.
What do you mean by that? I don't understand.
Maybe if someone was to come up to you and say thank you or something like that, I don't know.
Well, but the instant reaction on stage is surely the applause or laughter, if that is what the reason that you're on stage, and that's quite often is the payoff. So that there is that instant feedback, isn't there?
Yes and no. You kind of feel like, I don't know. It depends, I guess, on where you are. So, for example, if it's a case where you're actually telling a joke and you get a laugh, then fair enough. But I don't know, maybe if it's just kind of a one where you're not expecting a response that gets how to explain it? I don't know if you can help me here, Ian.
I don't know what you're trying to say, so I can't at the moment, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I don't know. It's strange. I think it's a weird case of I'm in that position that you might have been in yourself, Ian, where if we aren't stroked, then we feel very underappreciated, even when we're not. Yeah,
yes, I know that. Part of the argument I had with my boss this week involved something like that. The weirdest experience, and I don't stand on stage now as often as I have done, but the weirdest experience is, and I wonder if you've had this, is when you're standing on stage and suddenly you become completely self-aware, and you are aware of the sweat going down the back of your neck. You're aware of your breathing. You're aware of exactly what that gentleman in the second row is wearing. You can feel the microphone, and you're aware of, and you know exactly what you've just said, and you know exactly what you're going to say. That's a terrible experience. That's a hideous experience. But if you're going on stage, to look for some form of intimacy or to fill a void in your soul, may I respectfully suggest you're looking in the wrong place?
No, not at all. It was a case of it doing a job, essentially. Yes. But then I think it's left me in a position where I feel like it didn't really. I absolutely loved it, and I really did. Yet I came off stage feeling that none of that is going to make me feel any better. Sorry for bringing the mood down.
Not at all. No, not at all. It isn't going to make you feel any better. It's like doing a line of cocaine while you are doing it, and for 10 minutes after, you feel on top of the world. You know, and which is why, and I choose that drug in particular because it's why a lot of entertainers find themselves doing cocaine. A lot of pop stars and comedians end up doing cocaine because it is exactly the same. It's very, very similar to being on stage. You've got the thrill and the buzz, and you're all powerful, and as you come off, you've got 10 minutes as you're all powerful and you're wonderful, aren't I brilliant? And then you get in your car and you think, God, I'm a pathetic human being. And cocaine is exactly the same feeling. Boom, boom, boom. I'm all powerful, I'm brilliant. God, I'm pathetic and worthless. And I'm not suggesting for a second you do cocaine, because it destroys lives and it's a complete waste of money. It's a hideous
give
drug.
Me a number quickly.
No, it's a hideous drug. But it does explain why that is quite often the drug of choice for a lot of performers, because it replicates the buzz of being on stage. Yeah. But don't do drugs.
I get that. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm glad we sorted that out. One of my... I was thinking about this the other day. The Who thing reminded me, and I was thinking about this the other day when I introduced the Who on stage. It's for the Teenage Cancer Trust, and also on another band I had to introduce that night was BDI, Liam Gallagher's band. And I'm not a fan of them, but what I thought was classy was that I was stood backstage and Liam Gallagher was sort of over there about 10 foot away, and I had nothing to do, and I was very nervous. So I was pretending I was looking at my phone. And then suddenly out of the corner of my eye, I saw Liam Gallagher walk towards me, and he just tapped me on the arm. He went, "All right, mate, I'm Liam. Nice to meet you. Think you're doing a good job," or something like that.
Oh.
And I thought, and totally changed my opinion of him. I thought that was classy.
Because you didn't need to do that.
Didn't need to do that at all. Classy. But the Oasis fans in the audience, and there were a significant amount, were very, very rowdy. And so I would go out and introduce an act, and they would be all boisterous. And there was, because it was for the Teenage Cancer Trust, I had to go out before BDI came on and talk about the Teenage Cancer Trust and say, look, here's the number on the screen. If you text this, you can donate a £5. And now we're going to show a film. And it's an amazing charity. And now we're going to show a film about a young lad that has benefited from this. He had cancer and there were these fans, about 15 people back. It was standing, I think, 15 people back, who were just shouting. Everyone else was quiet, and the Royal Albert Hall holds about 5,000. They were just shouting and shouting. And I sort of ignored it, and then it was getting quite loud, and I was about to introduce this... I think I was about to bring him out on stage, maybe, I'm not sure. This kid that had cancer. And this was the biggest buzz I've ever had, right? I said, right, and I stopped and went, all right, mate, listen, look, your band's going to come on in about 10 minutes' time, right? And you can go absolutely nuts then. You can make as much noise, you can shout abuse at him, you can do whatever you want, but they're going to come on in 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Right now, I'm about to introduce a film about kids with cancer, so could you do us all a favour and shut the flip up? And the whole Royal Albert Hall erupted into applause and cheering. It was wonderful. And we did not hear another peep out of that arse. It was wonderful. One of those wonderful moments where everyone... shouting when I'm talking about kids with cancer. I mean, flipping it. Come on. Call straight to air, but you've got to withhold your number. 141 034 4499 1000. Late nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
K, online and on DAB. Access all radios.
Talk Radio. Give it some lip.
Light Up the Sky. Critics are calling Baywatch the biggest, baddest movie of the year.
Who's your daddy now?
Baywatch is big, bonkers, and brilliant. Whoa, hey, have some class. It's utterly ridiculous, utterly sublime. The Rock is on fire.
No.
Yes, Mitch, no. It's hilarious and ridiculously funny, starring Dwayne Johnson and Zac Efron. Baywatch, rated 15, in cinemas Monday, May 29th.
Right, that's it. This relationship is over.
Eric.
When I think of the money I spent on you, but it was never enough, was it? There was always something else. What was it you had to have last time?
Eric.
A starter motor? At Van Monster, every van is covered by our price match promise, our unique 5-day money-back guarantee, and includes a 6-month warranty. Terms and conditions apply. Find your perfect work partner at vanmonster.com. I'm leaving you for a younger van.
Have I got PPI?
Want to know if you've had PPI? Find out with our free PPI check. Stephen Saunders from Nottingham received £1,856 on his credit card.
I wasn't sure whether I paid PPI on my credit card. Stanton Fisher did everything for me and took control of the claim. I would happily recommend Stanton Fisher to friends and family.
So text check
Can you go and
to
tell Ed
80800 for your free
tell Dennis,
PPI
explain
check.
to Dennis.
Have I got PPI.com?
That's check to 80800.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The Paul Ross Full Set Election Breakfast on Talk Radio. The election is looming large on the horizon, so we are going to the country. That's me, Paul Ross, and the Full Set Election Breakfast all over the UK, coming your way. It's a political mystery tour. As we hit the whole of the UK, it's make your mind up time. Make your mind up to join me, Paul Ross, from 6. Be there. The Paul Ross Full Set Election Breakfast. Monday morning from 6
on Talk Radio. Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
0344. No, excuse me! Excuse me! Excuse me! That's the wrong phone number! Excuse me! Excuse me! No. Excuse me! Excuse me! It is 141 0344 499 1000, right? Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello! Further to your conversation on Tuesday night, it's not Welwyn Garden City, is it? It's Welwyn Garden City.
Welwyn Garden City. You're absolutely correct, and I apologise for getting the emphasis incorrect.
No problem.
Thanks very much indeed. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Banning the internet.
What?
But who would agree to that?
What?
The other thing we could do would be to massively increase the censorship of the internet and to ban foreign websites, for instance.
I think we're probably breaking some
books and other publications.
Ofcom regulation.
It would be hard for us to get agreement for that.
Broadcasting LBC Live.
And it would be unlikely to work because there are many ways around that.
Just shows you how deathly dull it is over there, guys. They're closing that station down soon, I've heard. So, line 3, you're on the wireless. Hello? I can't hear that. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
'Cause I ain't gonna be made to look a fool no more. You've done it too often, what do you take me for? Oh, darling, there ain't no pleasing you. Good night.
We've had that one. You can't have it again. Line 5, you're on the wireless.
Darling, 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 Batman. Oh, yeah.
She's got it.
If you've just tuned in, we are asking for songs with the word darling in. I don't remember why. And we were going to talk about war units and small talk. Maybe we'll do that next week. Just because it's been an awful week. So we're just going full out stupid. And it sounds like that's exactly what... It's 11:45. 11:45. I mean, I'm getting paid for this. I might have to offer some of this money back to my boss because I can't charge him for this. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian. You need to sort out that answer phone music. I'm all bongoed out.
Yeah, it is. And the thing about it is, it's slow bongos. Who does slow bongos?
Oh, it's torture.
It really is. Of course, we all know the best hold music. Sorry?
Yeah,
I'm totally with you on that.
Okay, thank you. I don't know what's about. The best hold music was the Royal Mail. Did you ever hear it?
Yeah. Was it that one that was called Rubber Bands and...
No, it was one we could never find the name for it. Let me see if I can find it. Royal Mail. It is the best. I used to phone them up at another radio station and ask to get put on hold. Here we go. Listen to this. Honestly. Oh, hang on. Let's just get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Bishy bashy boshy. Here we go. I knew. There we go. Mute that. Play that. Honestly, this is the best hold music. It's delightful, and no one knows what it is. No one, and we Shazammed it, and no one... Here we go, listen to this.
Oh, yeah.
My fantasy is to see a band perform this live. Here we go. Just wonderful, isn't it? I keep going into the local department store, and they have a music concession run by a bloke called Chris, who's a nice bloke, who's a mate of a mate. And I keep going in there and fingering his mandolins. I'd love a mandolin, but
just
I can't...
buy one for heaven's sake.
Well, the thing is, I bought a banjo about 4 years ago. I thought I'm going to learn. I bought a really nice banjo. It's really hard, so I haven't picked it up more than twice.
How many strings do you got in a mandolin?
8, I think, isn't it?
Oh, forget that.
But it sounds stunning, but I can't justify buying a mandolin. But I mean, I just love this. No one knows what it is, who it's by. Nobody knows. Oh, thank you. Let's go to line 1. 1, you're on the wireless. No, you're too slow. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello?
Ian?
Is that Dennis?
It is, yes.
Turn the radio off, Den.
Turn it off. I just wanted to wish you a very happy bank holiday with you and your children and Kathy. This is the time after that fair in Manchester we take the kids out and tell them how much we love them, all of them.
Absolutely spot on. I couldn't disagree with you, Dennis.
It's children's time, and I'm looking forward to my favourite grandsons coming round.
Your favourite?
Sorry, 5.
I thought you said your favourites coming round.
As well, I don't play favourites normally, but they are favourites. Every one of them is a favourite.
There we go. You got out of that one nicely, Dennis. Well done.
Well, why not? That's what they're there for, to be loved.
They are, exactly. You're absolutely right. And they've got a lovely bank holiday, gorgeous weather, and, yeah, exactly. Just enjoy the kids.
Us and Cassie's have a nice time, okay?
Cheers, my dears. Thanks, Dennis. Take care, mate. Bye-bye. There we go. He's absolutely right.
My granddad told me I was his favourite once.
Oh, I was my mum's favourite, and I knew it.
I think he might have told the rest that they were his favourite as well.
Ask your sister.
Well, I don't like to. What if she's not?
Line 3, and I hated being my mum's favourite. It put so much pressure on me. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Yes, I phoned up about 45 minutes ago to place an order for delivery. I was just wondering how long it would be. I'm absolutely starving.
No, I know. I'm so sorry. He's just turning into your street now.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Not a problem, and please accept our apologies. I don't think it was. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Like the reptilians that I've been writing about for years, in terms of their computer-like structured to the point of obsession.
Yeah. I like David Icke. We had him on, didn't we?
He was very pleasant when he came in.
He was a really polite man, really nice, charming man. And, I enjoyed that chat a lot. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian.
Hello, Line 2.
Hello, Catherine.
Hello.
I've got a Darling song for you.
Yes.
And I thought I could switch up a bit. I'm going to give you a little bit of time and see if you can guess it.
Okay, fine. Let me just turn this music off here. Go on, yeah, let's have it.
Okay, so I can give you this little bit now. Is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, that's the introduction to I Saw Her Standing There by the Beatles.
No, it is a similar introduction, but it's on a different song.
Okay. I need more.
Clue
Yeah, next clue.
Okay.
I haven't got the foggiest.
Me neither.
But then, I'll be honest, most of the people that have called in and sang tonight have got the tunes completely wrong.
I'm sure in this case it's absolutely bang on and it's just us.
I don't... Am I missing something obvious here?
You will definitely know it.
Is it going to be one of those when I find out I'm going to slap my forehead and go, doom?
Yes, I reckon you will.
Okay, go on then.
Next bit. What's for tea, Mum?
We hope it's chips.
No.
Will it be mushrooms, fried onion rings? Here's what we'll wait and see. We hope it's chips. We hope it's chips. That was by Rod Stewart, I think.
Was it?
I think Rod Stewart released that as a single, yeah. Bird's Eye Potato Waffles?
No.
What's
it's a proper band.
Oh, okay. Bird's Eye Potato. Okay.
So we go to the music again.
You're just making this up.
Tea, darling.
What is it?
Okay, I'll give you the next line. Darling, I said, what's for tea?
You're just saying... Are you a robot that's generating conversation randomly?
One more. Here's another line for you. What's for tea, daughter?
Honestly, I have not...
I don't know what's for tea for any of these people.
Heinz baked beans for music.
Right, I've got...
It's the Who. The Who from Who Sell Out.
Oh, for crying out loud! How
you know that, man. You know that.
Well, I'll be honest. It's not one of my favourite albums, but
okay.
And I haven't listened to it for a long time. But I mean, I don't know if I'd class that as a. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What's for tea, ma'am?
You know what? He's right.
What's for tea, darling?
Yeah, fair play. Well done, you won that. Let's go to line 7. 7, you are on the wireless.
Once in every lifetime comes a love like this. I need you, you need me. Oh, my darling, can't you see?
Yeah.
Do you want to take that call and explain, please? Line 7, you're on the wireless.
You know very well who you are. Don't let them hold you down. Reach for the stars, and if you don't know, now you know, darling.
I don't know what's going on anymore. We'll reset the clock at midnight. Line 8, you're on the wireless. No, you've gone? Let's go to line 9. 9, you're on the wireless.
Mr. Lee, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you, mate. How are you doing?
Very well. Quick question, music. Big monkey lover, like yourself.
Steady on. I like the group, yes?
Yes. I've seen them live many times, okay. And I think you have as well, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
What's your highlight? What's the best gig?
Well, the best gig was the first one I ever saw when I was 15 years old at the Royal Albert Hall, because I never dreamed it would be possible. The next best gig after that would have been when I went over to the States and I saw them 2 or 3 times. I can't remember. Three times, I think, with Michael Nesmith.
Yeah.
I
took my son to see him the other day, actually. I was a bit disappointed, though, because one of them done a poo, then stuck his finger up his bum and smelt it.
Thank you very much indeed. I mean, that really, you can't help, can you? Line 8, you're on the wireless.
Yesterday I had fish. Tonight I had fish and a rice cake. But it just didn't taste like food.
There we go. And line 10, probably the last call this hour.
Put the phone down. My hand is my voice now. He shows him. Boy, that sounds like an annoying radio show. Yeah, that guy's annoying. I've been over in London and heard their radio, and it's just fucking annoying.
Whoa! I got that.
I don't even understand a word he said. I know, and they think they're so intelligent. You know what it is? Like, the radio over there is, like, state-controlled or, government-controlled.
That's Howard Stern slagging me off.
stuff up.
I'm tedious. Let's get two lesbians in and they can have sex on the radio. Oh, yes, I got lesbians in the studio. Yeah, go on and touch your titties on the radio. Yeah, I got some lesbians. Let's get some lesbians. Go get two gay blokes in there to start pummeling away at each other. Do that, you freak. Do that. Get two gay fellas to start blowing each other. That would be groundbreaking radio. I'm going to get two lesbians in and we're going to say, oh, it's so sick. Ah, you weirdo. Like, I never liked Howard Stern.
This is where the action is. It's not about...
You're on, go on.
It's not knocking your head against the floor in front of somebody who claims that because of their lineage and whose feet they wash.
I think that's Kim Fowley, who was like, but I'm not totally sure, and I know Kim Fowley can have a potty mouth, and I know we've just dumped Howard Stern, so. I'm exhausted by this. We've got another hour to go, dear listener. It's a show unlike any other show, certainly unlike any I've ever done before. You are listening to the home of free speech, Late Nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Election 2017 on Talk Radio. The spin, the soapboxing, the swing.
But how big a swing, I'm not going to tell you.
Join the conversation party. Talk Radio.
Skeletor got £125 cash back at Money's Supermarket, and now he feels like the world's his theatre. So, baby, remember his name. Get £125 cash back when you switch your current account to First Direct Bank. Another exclusive deal from Money Supermarket. Offer ends July 3rd. For the offer, switch via Money Supermarket using the current account switch service and deposit £1,000 within 3 months of the account opening. New First Direct customers only. See Money Supermarket for full T's and C's.
You know the saying, blink and you'll miss it? Well, you could use it for TalkTalk's Fibre Flash sale. Because for a very short time you can get TalkTalk Fibre, which is 4 times faster than standard ADSL broadband, for just £25 a month, including line rental, for 2 whole years. It's Britain's lowest priced fibre compared to Sky, BT and Virgin over 24 months, saving you up to £535 versus BT. But hurry, the flash sale ends June the 1st. Search TalkTalk Fibre and join now. TalkTalk, for everyone.
Comparison with BT excludes voucher and is based on TalkTalk's faster up to 38 meg and BT's Infinity One up to 52 meg packages. Contract and conditions apply.
Mummy and Daddy got 2 free tickets to Legoland with the sun when they collected 10 tokens inside the paper, saving us up to £120. Can I join Granddad?
That's 2 free tickets to the Legoland Windsor Resort when you collect 10 tokens inside the sun. Continues this week.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
A new kind of talk radio. We'll get you talking.
Talk Radio. Don't forget, if you're dialing tonight, dial 141 before the phone number. Late Nights with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. Periscopers, I have to stop you, or is that leave that in 6
Sky Centre at midnight. Police in Manchester has announced she plans to return to Manchester to hold a benefit at a concert.
I think that's
22
incredible.
people died in the attack on Monday.
I would
pop stars
totally understand
spend
it.
time with her fans in what she called the incredibly brave
Yeah,
city
totally.
of Manchester. Local councillor Pat Carney is pleased.
That is absolutely fantastic, and we really welcome
Good for her.
You saw the original message she
Yeah,
sent to Manchester
I've
that she
been
was
ringing up about
broken for all her fans and for Manchester, and we really appreciate that she is going to come back and raise funds for these families.
Theresa May urged other world leaders to join her efforts to push tech companies to do more to combat extremism online. At the G7 summit in Sicily, they signed a declaration which supports that initiative. A man's been arrested after 2 pensioners were found stabbed to death in their home in County Armagh. The couple were discovered in the property in Ramone Park, in the Craigavon area. Police in the northeast have issued a warning after 14 heroin overdoses were recorded in the last 24 hours, including 1 fatal incident. A 50-year-old from Stockton has died from what's been described as a particularly dangerous grade of the Class A drug. There was also 1 victim brought to hospital from Middlesbrough. In sport, Manchester City have announced the signing of Bernardo Silva from Monaco. City are thought to have paid around £43 million. From Sky News, I'm Kevin Gover.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Well, it's been one of those shows this evening, hasn't it? I mean, it really has been one of those shows. It's been bonkers. We have decided this evening that we do it from time to time. We take calls straight to air. So what that means is normally you'd phone up and you'd speak to Catherine or Ed, and they'd take your name and number and call you back. And then you'd come on the air. And quite often we ditch that old-fashioned radio kind of thing, and I just take calls straight to air. But we're taking it one stage further this evening, in as much as we are doing something that I don't think anyone's ever done before. We are only taking withheld numbers. So when you dial in, you have to dial 141 0344 499 1000. So 141, and on my screen, if I see a number or I see a name, I won't take that phone call. It's as simple as that. It means that, some naughty people have got through, and we've had... hang on.
The wicked witch, ding dong, the wicked witch is dead.
If only. It means that we've had a couple of people come on and we had a C-bomb and we had some F-bombs. But here's the thing, no one gets to hear it, because we have a system where we broadcast on a 14-second delay, so I can hit a button. And because I haven't got my faders, it's slightly difficult, but all it means is every time I have a call on, I'm hovering over the cut-off button, which is different to the dump button. I'm hovering. And if I miss something, we got Super Robot Ed out there, who is just like a swear bot, and he will... So, if it makes you laugh at home, that's fine. That's what we're here for. But it will not get broadcast on the radio. I bear that in mind. I had to stop the Periscope stream for a second. It's back on again at periscope.com/Iain Lee. If I see a name or a number, I will not answer the call. Well, let's go to line one. One, you're on the wireless.
Me?
That's you.
Yeah, I'll fire.
Sorry?
That's all right, I'm trying to do something. Hold on a minute.
Go on then.
Right, hold on.
Yep.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second.
There we go.
Right, here we go. Right, ready?
Yes.
Right, here we go.
There we go.
Hold all right.
I'm holding on.
You got to wait 2 seconds. You got to wait for this to... It's worth listening to, I'll tell you.
I bet it's not, but go on.
All right.
Is it going to be Ian Jury?
No, it's not, actually.
Oh.
You'll be quite surprised.
Oh. Well, I'd be surprised if it works.
Oh, that shark, babe, that's us teeth, dear, and he shows them pearly white. Oh, just a jackknife has old Macheath, babe, and he keeps it out of sight. When that shark bites with his teeth, babes, starlit billows start to spread. Fancy gloves, though, wears old Macheath, babe, so there's never a chase of red. Hold on, now on that sidewalk, oh Sunday morning, there lies a body just oozing life, and someone sneaking around the corner. Could that someone perchance be Mac the Knife? There's a tugboat down by the river, don't you know, where a cement bag just dropping on down. Oh, that cement is it's there for the weight, dear. 5 will get you 10. Old Mackie's back in town. Now, did you hear about Louis Miller? He disappeared, babe, after drawing out all his hard-earned cash. And now Macheath spends just like a sailor. Could it be our boy's done something rash? Do you like it? Oh, Jenny Diver, ho ho, Suki Tawdry. Oh, Miss Lovely, oh, Lucy Brown. Oh, oh, the lion foams way on the right, babe. And now that Mackie's back in town. Is that enough?
I think
you like it?
Yeah, well, the answer to that first question is yes, and the answer to the second question is, oh, my God.
I've never heard someone actually say, oh, hellfire.
I mean, that really, he was right. I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was surprised. That was,
What was he doing at the start, turning the Sinatra record on?
I don't really know.
Because it was uncanny, wasn't it? Sinatra.
Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Well, then. It's a concept that's really grabbed my mind recently, and it's fascinating. Communication is only possible between equals. Yeah. So, for you and I to have a meaningful conversation, you have to accept that we are equals.
Yeah, we are.
So you're equal to me and I'm equal to you.
Yep.
And if you understand that, from that point onwards you can have communication. If not, then it all gets screwed up and it doesn't happen, it doesn't work.
What a load of old rubbish. Line 4, you're on the wireless. Hello?
To the end. Well,
I couldn't hear that. I'm just not... let's go to line 5, you're on the wireless.
Hello, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Hey, it's Kath there.
Yes.
Hey, Kath.
Hello.
Hey. Yeah, I thought I'd just call in. I usually listen to it, but I thought I'd call in.
Is your phone an old VHS cassette from the 1970s? Because it's wobbling and warbling all over the place.
No, it's a really expensive phone. So
You've been ripped off, man.
I've been following you on Twitter this week, and you were talking about how the show's changed maybe a little bit over the last week.
Yeah.
And I've got a theory that you might be interested in, or not.
I might be.
You might be. So I listened to the
What are you... I can't... Honestly, man, listen, I'm really struggling to hear what you're saying. What, are you on speaker or something?
No, can you hear me now?
Not really.
No. I'm not... and I'm not being... what was that?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I listen to some sort of music all the time, some sort of radio stations, etc.
Yes.
And but from time to time, I try to listen to different radio stations. So that might be One Extra or Six Music.
Yeah.
And sometimes I listen and I think, oh, God, this music's horrible. It's not my thing at all. But I always try to remind myself that somewhere someone's listening and they think it's the best thing ever.
Yes.
So my theory is that when someone might listen to your show, they might not feel it that night, but I always try to think, well, someone somewhere is really enjoying it. So
well, I hope someone's enjoying it, otherwise I'm screwed.
So my point is that sometimes you might not feel the show, but I always try and stick with it and listen, because even though I don't enjoy it particularly that night, somewhere...
You're a masochist. Or is it a sadist? I always get the two confused.
No, but, you know...
well, I'm glad... Listen, I'm going to move on, because honestly, when you listen back to this, if you do, you'll hear... It's really hard to understand what you're saying, but I have got what you're saying, and I appreciate you persevering with it, even if it's got a little bit heavy. But the fun is back in town, guys. Line 8, you're on the wireless.
In this country to actually investigate before he opens his stupid mouth.
OK, that sounds like a plan. Line 9, you're on the wireless.
Darling, 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 come and me one go home. Yeah.
Line 1, you're on the wireless.
you never try, you never be alive.
I don't know where that's going. I'm just being extra cautious at the moment. I don't know where these things are going. Line... Oh, it won't work. Hang on. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, line 3.
I love you.
That's very kind. I love you too.
I love Brookside.
I quite like Brookside. I wouldn't say I loved it, but I liked it.
Bring back... That is fun. Bring back Brookside Lake.
Okay. Well, phone up Phil Redmond and ask him.
So redneck. Oh yeah, he was the greatest. He done the greatest Hitler.
Okay. line 9, you're on the wireless.
And thinking about that in the real world, it seems that such a person would probably be a lonely, paranoid vigilante. He'd probably have terrible hygiene habits, no friends. This seemed to be a more feasible reality rather than living in a mansion and having a sumptuous bat cave.
When we talk about reality, one of your most celebrated characters has been appropriated by Occupy protesters, by computer hackers across the world. This is the image from your book V for Vendetta back in the 1980s. This is a superhero who's an anarchist terrorist trying to fight the forces of fascism and repression. Is this character a hero for you?
Well, we called the very first episode The Villain, because I thought that there was an ambiguity there that I wanted to preserve. But one of the reasons that we decided to use the character was because in Britain we have got quite a tradition of making heroes out of criminals or people who in other centuries might have been regarded as terrorists. So I was deciding to play with that.
That's quite interesting. I was enjoying that, but we should probably move on. Let's take one more, then a break. Line 9, you're on the wireless. No? OK. Perfect time to take a break.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Join the conversation party. Election 2017 on Talk Radio.
1,000 years we've kept it hidden. The secret history of Transformers. But you want to know, don't you, why they keep coming here to Earth, right?
I want to stay, and I want to fight them.
Optimus Prime has left us.
The operation
is over. I do so love perfect timing.
We're not giving up on Prime, okay?
For my world to live, yours must die.
Prime, stop! We can't do this.
Transformers The Last Night. Box office is now open. In cinemas everywhere June 22nd. Book your tickets now. Rated TPC.
Score yourself a winner with The Sun. Join me, The Sun's chief football reporter, Neil Ashton, for all the latest stats, chats and spats. Our coverage is more pep than Guardiola, tackles opponents tougher than Terry, and scores more winners than our mate Zlatan. Plus, don't miss your number one football pull-out. It's goals every Monday, Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday. Go on, pick up The Sun today for just £1.
There's a brilliant alternative to owning a car. With more freedom than leasing, it's better by far. Europe Car's new long-term rental deal is the stress-free way to get behind the wheel. Delivery's free, collection is too. There's no lengthy forms or hoops to jump through. You'll get a great mileage allowance and complimentary valets, plus the chance to switch cars every 28 days. Get complete peace of mind for a fixed monthly fee. Add unlimited drivers, that's also free. For the best rental service, may we recommend long-term hire from Europe Car, your flexible four-wheeled friend. Get long-term car hire from as little as £317 a month with a deposit of just £70. Book now at europecar.co.uk/long-term. Terms and conditions apply.
Talk Radio. Digital debate for the UK.
Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking. Late Night Iain Lee. Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Ah, man alive. You know, I've got this record label, and we've just brought out, and I can say this because it's for charity, we've just brought out this CD of Monkeys cover versions, right? And all the money's going to go to David Jones' charity to look after horses and things like that. And it's a real labour of love. And it's 25 songs. You can get it on... you can find it if you go on the internet. And loads of people have done it. And blah, blah, blah. And then I've just been on one of the Monkeys forums. And it's genuinely a brilliant album. It's my favourite album of the ones we put out. And there's one track on there. And people are starting to have a little pop at it, right? Because it's not what they expected. And it's brilliant. It's genuinely brilliant. And they're starting to have a little pop at it. But also one of the other acts from the album
is wading in.
He's having just a very gentle dig. And I just think that's really me. First of all, you know, everyone's donated their stuff for free, right? This guy can probably take criticism because he's a professional musician. You know, he works with the Monkeys, so I'm sure he's used to it. But what if one of the other... A lot of people just did it in their spare rooms, you know. Some of them rented really expensive studios for a weekend to do it, you know. And I just think if you're on the album... And it's only a tiny little dig. But I'm just thinking, come on, that's a bit mean-spirited. So I've just posted on there saying, guys, you know, it
doesn't seem very sportsmanlike.
Do you want to hear the phrase I've used? They're American, so I'm trying to sound very British. I think it's pretty rum for other acts on the album to have pops in public. It's pretty rum. I just think, come on, guys. I mean, it's for charity. Although I don't think we should actually lower our standards when things are for charity. And I think we do go, it's for charity, so we accept crap. But A, this is genuinely brilliant. But for one of the other acts who's on there, who's, you know, it just seems a little bit. Come on, guys, that's not cricket, is it? We're taking calls straight to air. It's withheld numbers only, please. The way you do that is you dial 141 before you dial 0344 499 1000. Yes.
Show us the bongos.
Sorry.
Well, show me your bongos.
I've got my bongos out.
Have you?
They're very worn and battered, though. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Greetings and salutations to you there, Ian.
Thank you very much indeed.
I believe you may have had my brother on occasion. My name's Ben. He's a preacher of sorts.
I've got no idea what you're talking about, Ben, and it sounds like your phone is in a crisp packet.
Oh, a crisp packet. Is that any better for you there, Ian?
Literally not. Are you calling from the 1920s, an old gramophone record?
I've harnessed such technologies in the past.
Yeah, OK, we'll try again, because that was awful. Line 4, you're on the wireless. We've had this. Silence is golden. We've had that. You can't have that one. Line 5, you're on the wireless.
Oh, yes. All right. I thought my...
Sorry? What?
I'm trying to pause the telly. I'm watching a really boring program. I thought my cat was dead, and she's come back now. Do you know, I've got 2 cats, and one of them was making loads of noises. She doesn't usually do it. And then I thought something was wrong, and then it made me think my cat was dead, and my cat's come back now.
That is a great story of hope and optimism. Line 5, you're on the wireless.
Do not forsake me, oh my darling. On this our wedding day, Frankie Lane, 1952.
I wonder where he'd been. Not Frankie Lane, him. You know who that was, didn't you? There we go. Well, he's not called him for ages. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Sitting in an English garden, waiting for the sun. And if the sun don't come and get a chance, I'm standing in the English rain. 'Cause I am the Eggman.
Woo!
I am the Eggman.
Woo!
We are Laura. Do-do-ka-choo.
Okay, no, but no mention of darling. Okay, which is, it's not a prerequisite, but it's disappointing. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
This is Jack Bauer.
Hey, Jack, how you doing, man?
Yeah, good, man. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Where are you hiding, Jack? You can trust me. Tell me your top secret location.
Oh, I can't tell your callers.
Don't worry, it's just you and me. We're on an ad break. Tell me where you are, and I'll get help. I'll get the fella that died in series 2, but I think he came back again to come and help you.
Yeah, I didn't watch the last series, so I don't know.
I've not seen it for a while, and I don't really remember, but your daughter, Chloe? No, Chloe works here, but your daughter, the fit one, is... I can send her to help you, but you've just got to tell me where you are.
I'm afraid I'm not allowed to disclose that information.
Well, because your mum will tell you off?
Yeah.
Thanks very much indeed. Even Jack Bauer's got to... When Jack Bauer's mum said... You know how tough Jack Bauer is?
I think he's badass. You want to meet his mum.
Exactly. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Hold on. Hang on, hold on.
No, okay. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Ian,
yes.
A quick question.
Yes, sir.
If swimming's so good for you, why are whales so fat?
Oh, dear. Line 8, you're on the wireless. Hello? Nope, you're too slow. It's got a line 9. Line 9, you're on the wireless. Darling,
Yeah, it does, but they
not there.
cut it off.
Line 9, you're on the wireless.
Darling, I've got a dirty...
Oh, for goodness sakes. Line...
Are we to decide exactly when now is? You know? When is now? I look at my watch and take a good look at the second hand to find out exactly when now is. Well, that second hand, I can see it, so it must have some size. So let's take out a magnifying glass. Then it appears that the thing that marks now looks about so wide. And then, let's draw it a bit finer. And draw it a bit finer. But we never seem to be able to get to the end of analyzing. Now, you see, it's fuzzy. It's vague. It's like the field of vision which you have in front of your eyes. You can see clearly in the middle, but going out to the sides, things get a little bit blurred. Or where exactly does the head stop and the neck begin?
Oh.
You hear? You hear? You hear? We can't really decide.
Oh.
The only way to be perfectly clear about where the head stops and the neck begins is to chop off the head.
Oh.
Then you've got a neat dividing line. In other words, the whole process of analysis is a process of chopping, of cutting apart, of approaching nature with a knife, with a dividing line, with a scalpel.
Approaching nature with a knife.
And although there is most definitely a place in life for precision, for clear distinctions, for the attitude of the knife, this kind of thing can be enormously overdone. And if one approaches the poet, I remember a cartoon once I saw in a newspaper, showed Shakespeare walking on the clouds with immortality, holding his head in his hands, he was being pursued by a pedestrian little man wearing a cap and gown, saying, Mr. Shakespeare, your use of the conjunction if. And one knows all too well a certain style of personality.
Who was that? Please call today's podcast Approaching Nature with a Knife.
Okay.
I want that guy. You know they got rid of that woman at that other place. Put him on. Put him on. What a phone-in. What a start to the show. Hello, welcome. You're listening to me on Talk Radio. Today's question. Where does the head end and the neck start? Call me now. What a question. Hello, and it's Friday night. It's 10 o'clock and it's time for the show. Here's tonight's question. When is now? Give me a call. Now? That is brilliant. 28 calls to go to get 150 calls. The world record for phone calls are... Yep, okay. The world record for phone calls, by the way, is 139 in a 3-hour phone-in show. This is a fact. It was done by on an American phone-in show. If we get to 150, we have beaten the world record by 11.
What do we win?
Respect. Line 9, you're on the wireless. Thank you very much indeed. We got there in the end. 141 0344 499 1000. This is the 15th call out of the Line 2, you're on the wireless. Can't hear that at all, I'm afraid, but that'll count. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
That guy you liked earlier was called Alan Watts. Look at him on YouTube. And that particular talk was called Why Your Problems Are Meaningless.
And Matt, who is he?
He's a philosopher from the 70s. He's kind of a wild child from the 60s and 70s. He's no longer with us, but he's a fascinating character, and he's got a lot of interesting things to say about
And you say that talk's called Why Your Problems Are Meaningless?
Correct,
Oh,
yeah. It's on YouTube.
Mate, thank you. Was it you that played it?
Afraid so.
No, don't apologise. I'd never heard of him. I'd never heard that before, and it was absolutely fantastic. Thank you.
Oh, man, get into Alan Watts. He'll blow your mind, darling.
Oh, all right! Oh, I'm so chuffed. It's like someone's just played me my new favourite album. It's a bloke called Al Watts. Thank you, mate, whoever you are. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Am I? Right, here we go then.
Oh, God.
Well, in asking, you'll get no reply. I just remember I don't decide. Got no reason, it's all too much. You'll always find me out to lunch. We're so pretty, oh so pretty.
Yeah, it's called Pretty Vacant, but but John Lydon certainly emphasises that last syllable, and I'm sure Andre would do the same thing as well. Line 1, you're on the wireless. Line 1.
Right, is the 11 o'clock warning. This is the 11 o'clock warning. The programme that follows this is not thought suitable for persons under the age of 16.
Is that James Whale?
This is the 11 o'clock warning. I repeat, the 11 o'clock warning. The 11 o'clock warning.
Thank you very much. I like that. Line 2, you're on the wireless. Thank you very much indeed. That was beautifully played. Let's go to line 7. You're on the wireless.
I got my mouth full of sausage.
There we go. Okay, we've got 19 calls to get to 150 calls, dear listener. 100. We're 19 away. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, let's see if we can break the world record.
150 calls. Fuck it out.
On Talk Radio. I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. On The Unexplained this week with me, Howard Hughes, we'll be looking at the place where hard science and pure paranormality meet face to face. We'll have medium Lee Wybird taking your calls, plus we'll be visiting the Haunted Hospital. Unplug from the Matrix, open your third eye, and listen to The Unexplained with Howard Hughes. Tomorrow night from 10, Earth Time, on Talk Radio.
The wild man of late night radio is back.
Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Oh, dearie me. OK, well, this has suddenly turned into a quest. The quest to get 150 phone calls on a 3-hour phoning show. The world record is held by Tony Hua, who broadcasts from New York, and he got 139, and that was way back in 2008. We need 19 to get to 150 and smash his record. No good beating his record by 1, because then someone will come in and smash it. We're going to smash it. 141 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Let's go to line 1. 1, you're on the wireless.
Hi, hello there, it's Pete Prodge.
Hello, Pete.
All right, I've just had a cracking comedy gig.
Hey, Pete Prodge, the comedy superstar himself. How did it go, man?
It's really lovely. I spent most of the past 2 weeks, because I'm at the Beezer Homes Premier League of Comedy. I'm on a low rung. I do bigger gigs. Shoving 2,000 flyers into people's letterboxes. Like
Good
I'm
for
doing a
you.
round.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, and it's wearing out shoe leather. That's the way you got to do it.
Did people turn up?
Yes, I was worried that they wouldn't, and it's a sea of new faces, people who never come before.
So do you? Hang on a minute. Is this a comedy club that you run?
Yes, it's Chuckle Pits even.
Why do you do it, Pete? Why do you do it? Because it's a thankless task and it's bloody hard work.
Yeah, absolutely. It's when you're making other people laugh.
Yeah.
It's sometimes better than sex, I have to say.
Oh, come
I'm
on.
going to get killed for that by my girlfriend.
Well,
but,
no, sex can be rubbish. Sex can be. Let's be honest. Sex can be disappointing and a faff. It's a real hassle. And so, what do you do? Do you get acts in? Do you compare it? How's it work?
I compare it. We put on 4 open spots.
Yep.
That's people who come around doing these things for nothing, but we do a donation bucket for them.
Yeah.
And then we pay a headliner for Chuckle Pit. I do one in Market Harbour called Beer House That's purely open spots.
Yeah.
So you get comedy, comedians who are just obviously not mainstream enough for television, but there you get the kind of weird, outgoing, very unique and creative stuff the BBC wouldn't touch with a barge pole. So
I prefer that because I'm not a massive fan of stand-up. I've seen so much stand-up that someone standing there in a suit with a microphone, unless they're brilliant, it doesn't really do it for me. But I love the fringy stuff. I love acts that have got props. I love acts that are left of centre, that where you know people feel a bit uncomfortable. I love it. I love all of that. And I did the open mic circuit for years and years and years, and I was never a very good stand-up, and it was always a means to an end, and it's ended up here. But there are so many venues that are closing down, or there aren't as many places as there used to be for open mic spots. So what you're doing, Pete, is you're doing God's work himself. Give us a plug. Where have you got a website or a Facebook page? Where's the best place to send people?
Facebook.com/chucklepit. And also /Beerhouse Comedy, really. Those are the two main ones. I've got other ones coming up.
Oh, listen to you, little entrepreneur.
We're going into business.
Well, no, and you've got like a, as my mum would say, you've got a proper job, have you?
Yes, I do. I do a lot of video production and copywriting and things like that all over the place. Los Angeles is coming up.
Nice
something like that. Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's a nice, lovely thing. That pays the mortgage.
Yeah.
Comedy just brings in, not beer money, but a bit better.
Good.
But it's not enough to give it the day job, but I just enjoy doing it. And tomorrow I'm dressing up as a woman to perform in Leicester.
Is this for a performance, or is this just because it's a Saturday night and that's how you get your jollies?
Yeah, I've been accused of that. I do a barmaid character act called Trisha Timpson, and it's less about the fact that I'm in drag. It's more about the character being an idiot. It's based on a certain pub chain where I got terrible service, so I thought, let's do that. It's like a Viz character come to life. That's how I describe it.
Pete, listen, I know how difficult it is to get a break in this business, to make a few quid out of this business, and I have nothing but respect for anybody that enjoys doing what they do, whether it's radio, whether it's stand-up, whether it's whatever it is. If someone's expressing themselves creatively, fantastic. If they're getting a couple of quid out of it as well, I've got nothing but respect for you, Pete, and I wish you the best of luck.
Oh, thanks very much. Same to you.
Nice
Cheers.
one, man. Take care. Bye-bye. What a nice man. Let's go. But he slowed down our world record attempt. Curses! I bet that was Tony Wah from New York. I bet it was. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Yes, good evening. I'm not someone who likes to look down at someone's misfortune. But she's gone. Oh, yeah.
Your phone dropped out, unfortunately, but I still enjoyed the oh, yeah. Line 4, you're on the wireless. I love you. I've lost track. Line 8, you're on the wireless.
This is Radio 1 FM, testing on 98.8 megahertz. Yes, Radio 1 FM is coming soon on this frequency. Wow. Switch on date is Thursday the 1st of September. No more mushy medium wave with all that interference.
What year did Radio 1 go FM?
September on this frequency, you'll be able to hear Radio 1 in clear, exciting FM stereo.
It was late.
Make a note of the frequency. 98.8 megahertz for Radio 1 FM. From the 1st of September, at this point on your dial, wake up to Adrian John at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, what year did Radio 1 go FM? It was late. I would say 86, 87.
Really?
Yeah, it was late. It was really late. Ed, how many calls have we? Where are we down to now? Because I've lost track a bit. I make up. We've had 10. We've had 23. So we need 16. Does that sound about right? 15. 15 to go. 15 to go. What year? But now we got. Hang on a minute. What year did Radio 1 go FM?
I'm having a look.
I'm saying 86. It was late.
87.
There we go. There we go. Isn't that incredible?
Flipping heck.
Isn't that incredible?
What were they playing at?
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that incredible? Line 2.
Layla, you got me on my knees, Layla.
I'm begging, darling, please.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've got no idea what's going on anymore. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Oh, hello, Ian. I just wanted to tell you about something strange that happened to me this evening.
Yeah, go on, mate. What happened?
Yeah, well, I've got a neighbour who's a rather large, shall we say, Egyptian woman.
Yeah.
And this evening she drove past me in her car, and all of a sudden she stuck her bottom out of the window. I just thought to myself, that's a rather two-tongue carmoon.
Just do that punchline one more time so we can really savour it.
Two-ton carmoon.
OK, thank you very much indeed.
That's what I thought you said.
Wouldn't it be great if you could say to comedians, can you just do that punchline one more time, just so I can make sure I've got it? Line 5, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian. All right.
I'm all right.
Yeah, good. I'm just ringing up to make up the numbers.
Oh, bless you, mate. Thank you. Then you won't mind me cutting you off. Let's go to line 6, you're on the wireless.
Genetically engineered beluga whales are attacking Christian families with homosexual chemtrail water at SeaWorld.
Okay.
Robo-conspiracy.
Line 2, you're on the wireless.
All of a sudden, I saw the sheriff John Brown came in to shoot me down. So I shot him down. And I said...
There's no mention of the word darling there. Listen, we have 10 calls to go. We've had 140 calls this evening. We have 10 calls to go to not only beat the... Well, we've beaten the world record. Let's smash it.
Across the UK,
You know who Pete Todd is?
online
I'll tell you later on. He's a good lad. He's a good lad. He's got a bit of a rough life. I'll explain all. And I was more than happy to
popping on the Lycra and swallowing the odd insect.
there.
I'm into my cycling, you see. We meet every Sunday morning, 7:30 on the dot. We just planned a trip to the Alps, well, the Welsh Alps, so we need a new bike rack. It's got to keep 4 bikes safe on the roof whilst we plan our Tour de Wales and the car underneath.
Sounds like Ben's thing is a roof-mounted 4-bike car carrier rack. Find your thing on eBay, the UK's #1 online destination for car parts and accessories. eBay. Find your thing.
Skeletor got £125 cash back at Money's Supermarket, and now he feels like the world's his theatre. So, baby, remember his name! Get £125 cash back when you switch your current account to First Direct Bank. Another exclusive deal from Money Supermarket. Offer ends July 3rd. For the offer, switch via Money Supermarket using the current account switch service and deposit £1,000 within 3 months of the account opening. New First Direct customers only. See Money Supermarket
Right
for
here's where
T's
you
and
start
C's.
paying.
It's
Spunk!
I
had to pay in spunk.
That's what I am. When they collected 10 tokens inside the paper, saving us up to £120. Can I join
140 calls.
That's 2 free tickets.
All of them stupid.
All of them stupid.
Continues this week.
With BMW twin-power turbo engines and near-perfect 50-50 weight distribution, the BMW 1 Series delivers all the poise, power and precision you expect from a BMW. And now the 5-door BMW 118iM Sport is available with monthly rentals from just £239. Visit your local BMW centre. The BMW 1 Series. Pure BMW. £4,329 initial rental, 36-month hire agreement, subject to status and availability for new vehicles
Tonight's
ordered by
flown by.
30th of June and registered by 30th of September. UK only
I didn't think
guarantees
it would go
may
this
be
well.
required. Excess
I was
mileage
worried
and
it would be the same people again and again and again.
Finance.
And it would get a bit boring.
You've watched the cult TV show, you've seen the controversial opera, you've read the best-selling book, and you've drunk the intoxicating aftershave. Now, check out the Jerry Springer Radio Show, right here only on talkRADIO. Join me, Jerry Springer, live on tape from a coffee shop in Kentucky, and enjoy the very best after-hours conversation, recreation, and just a little caffeination. It's Tales, Tunes, and Tomfoolery on the Jerry Springer Radio Show, this Saturday from midnight, only on talkRADIO. We'll get you talking.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Right. We have got... Give us an out time, Ed. Let's. I want to work out exactly how much time we've got. We've beaten the world record. The world record was 139 phone calls in a 3-hour phone-in show. It was set in about 2009, I think it was. We've smashed that.
What's the guy's name again that we need to...
Tony Wah.
I'll tell Tony Wah that he's
Don't,
loser.
because he'll just try and beat it again, and then we'll be... Anyway, we got 15 minutes, right? There we go. We've got 15 minutes to get 10 calls to make it 150. Or... So we've got 140 calls. Or, let me just do some maths here, hang on. Or we've got 15 minutes to do 60 calls.
What?
And get it to 200.
Shut up. You've got to stop smoking those pens. It's so bad for you. It makes you crazy.
Eyes down. For a full house. We're going for the 60. Here we go. All or nothing. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you up off your feet.
What's that guy's name?
Ed Sheeran.
Oh, is that Ed Sheeran? Oh, I thought it was the banana pancake.
Hello?
Hello? Okay, someone's having a party there. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
When the moon hits your eye like
a big pizza pie, that's amore. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Globule.
Whoa! Blast from the past. Line 9, you're on the wireless.
I can't eat fish because I'm a vegetarian.
Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Good evening. You know this James Corden fellow?
Yes.
Absolute pervert.
Well, no, I don't think he is. I'm sure, for legal reasons, I'm sure he's not a pervert. I don't find him particularly entertaining, but I don't think James Corden is a pervert. Maybe he is, I don't know. No, of course he's not. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Hi Ian, it's me again. I've only called in for one reason, because I want you to smash that world record.
Thank you very much indeed. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Hi Ian, quick question.
Yes.
I'm going to have rabbits for my tea tomorrow. Is it cheaper from a butcher or a pet shop?
That's a fair question, actually. That is a fair question. Why would you not? The only difference is you've got to slaughter it yourself.
They're not bred for meat, though, the pet shop ones.
What's the difference?
Fatness.
This is our 150th call. Line 6. No, this is 150. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Where can you get hundreds of price cuts that help keep the cost of living in check? Check out a Tesco. Check out a 15 3/4 ounce can of Heinz baked beans. 12.5p.
12.5p. This is call 151. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect, just a little bit, just a little bit. D-A-R-L-I-N-G. Find out what it means to me. D-A-R-L-I-N-G. Take care, Iain Lee. Sock it to me, 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 sock it to me.
Oh yeah. Line 9, you're on the wireless.
Just do my bit for you, man. Best show I've ever heard. Goodbye.
Thank you very much indeed. That's the spirit, guys. And for the first time... No, they're back. Here we go. Line 6, you're on the wireless. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
This is my call to help get you into the record books. Thanks for calling, G. Bye.
Thank you very much indeed. This is call number 100 and... Oh, no, I've pressed the wrong button. 155. Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Dankeschön, darling, Dankeschön. Oh, yeah.
Line 9, you're on the wireless.
Katie Hopkins.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Line 10, you're on the wireless.
I'd rather have a bowl.
No?
Oh.
Line 12, you're on the wireless.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's calling in and I can see their name. Oh, God! They've called... What number? I've lost count, Ed. Where are we? I've lost count. Andrew, put your phone down and dial 141. That's call 157. 3 more to get us to... Oh, yeah. But the phones have stopped. Apart from Andrew's calling in. I can't take it because that resets the clock and we then go back to 0. Can't do that.
Come on.
Come on, guys! There's only 10 minutes to go. To get us up to 200. We need 43 more calls.
And as you've heard, the bar is the lowest it's ever going to be.
Very, very low. We've all gone a bit... I bet this is how Chris Moyles feels every time he finishes one of those 48-hour broadcast-a-thons. He does it all the time. It just... we've not even been on for 3 hours. I can't take that call from Andrew. No one else is calling in. This is absolute bullshine. Absolute. You've really let us down, you lot. Pathetic. 141 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. It turns out you don't want to give us a call. They're spent. I think we're all spent, to be honest. I think we could quite easily sit here for the next 9 minutes saying nothing.
We just have quiet time.
Oh, man alive. I tell you what, I really need a wee. I might get one of those bottles under the table. Because then I could just do the show and piddle. Here we go!
Why don't you do the show your wanger out?
10, you're on the wireless.
Yes, good evening. I'd just like to say that this show has been the best since the Pie-Off and the Farmer John show.
Wow, there's a blast from the past.
Mm-hmm.
No, my penis will be sheathed by the equipment.
Well, I mean...
The equipment that would be capturing... Or I might just get myself...
colostomy.
Catheterised. I'm dreading having a catheter.
I've had one. It's not very nice.
No, I'm dreading it. And
when are you going to have one?
Well, it'll happen.
You're dreading a possible catheter.
Well, it will happen. When I get older, it will happen. So I will wake up and go, what's happened to my dingle? And they go, we've catheterised it.
By then they'll do it with lasers and that.
No. It's definitely going to happen. Because that's my luck. My luck is to get a catheter fitted. Well, after I get knocked off my motorbike, which I'm going to get when I'm older. So it really is an absolute nightmare.
You're dreading that, aren't you?
Yeah. 1987, Radio 1 went to FM. Isn't that incredible? What were they thinking?
BBC.
The old frequency was My Greed, 275 and 285. My Greed. National Radio 1. So it used to be on air. So in 1986 and parts of 1987, the country's biggest pop broadcaster was broadcasting on AM. What the hell? What is that all about?
Now, we're getting claims that all lines are busy.
No, they're not. Look, our phone. Our phone, there we go. See, it goes...
Thank you for calling Talk Radio.
I don't actually know. It gets complicated. All lines are not busy. There we go. Call in.
Now.
But not you, Andrew, because Andrew's calling in.
Andrew.
Maybe, or maybe we've crashed...
I think we've crashed the system.
The phone system. I mean, that is possible. What was that, 157 calls we've had there? Andrew, stop calling in.
158.
158 calls.
That's not normal.
They said it couldn't be done. And if it could be done, but only by lowering expectation and call requirements to way below 0. That was the only way it could be done, and it has been done, and we've done it.
We're going to be doing this in a conference soon, aren't we? A radio conference.
What?
Telling people how to get loads and loads of phone calls.
Oh, I don't know what that thing is. A guy's... Shush! Line 9, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
Hello? Yes? Thank you very much indeed. Line 10, you're on the wireless.
LBC are terrified. Iain Lee's on fire. LBC are terrified. Iain Lee's on fire. LBC are terrified.
Iain Lee's on fire. LBC are terrified.
LBC are terrified.
Iain Lee's on fire.
Terrified. Katie Hopkins terrified. Iain Lee's on fire.
I just enjoyed that.
I'm still going.
That was call 160.
As you can see, the standard has not changed.
LBC, I'm terrified. It's on fire. But it was the... flipping heck.
Those chants always do descend, don't they?
I've got no idea what's going on. Oh, God. Oh, I want to go to bed.
Service is currently unavailable, says Harry Hardy.
No, Harry's talking out of his arse because this person's got on. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
They've had a bear in the air. I says, calling all trucks, says, here's the duck. We about to go a hunting fair.
We got a great big convoy trucking through the night. Yeah, we got a great big convoy. Ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy. Ain't nothing gonna get in our way. We're gonna haul this trucking convoy across the USA. Convoy.
I love that song and that film so much. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
When I sing yippee-yi-yo, you sing yippee-yi-yi.
Okay,
I was riding through the prairie when a stranger I did spy. His trousers round his ankles and his handkerchief was tied. He said he had been ravaged by an idler who was gay as I undone my...
Right, okay, let's go to line 3, you're on the wireless.
Good evening, Ian. What call number is this?
You are call number 163, sir.
163? Oh, yeah.
I don't understand it.
Oh, yeah, it's become a massive thing, is what's happening.
I'm one of those people that's tuned on and I think it's childish rubbish. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
God.
Oh, I'm going to be sick. I'm actually going to be sick. 163 calls. We've got 3 minutes to get 37 calls in. Guys, are you with me? We can take this to 200. 141 0344 499 1000 to get 200 anonymous withheld number calls.
Ridiculous.
I so need a wee. Oh, I so need a wee. Oh, look, yeah, people are saying it that the phones are down.
We've broken it.
Some people are able to phone in. There's someone phoning in who hasn't withheld the number. We must have crashed the system.
I think we've Kim Kardashian'd the
What does
phones.
that mean?
Well, she broke the internet with her bum, didn't she?
Oh, God, yeah. Sorry to all the shows at the weekend. They don't get phone calls. So they won't know anything. You've got 2 minutes. Let's just... Someone keeps phoning in without a withheld number, and I refuse to sink to their level. I am not accepting that.
Okay. Keith says he's getting welcome message and hold music but no pickup. Ray is saying service currently busy. Can you add my 8 calls? Paul says this service is currently busy. Oh. Harry, this service is currently unavailable. We've broken the phones.
I think we might have crashed Talk Radio.
Let's just
walk out and pretend nothing happened.
Yeah, just whistle.
Yeah, I thought James Whale called in. I thought one of the voices was James Whale, but then at the end I didn't. He might have been. I know he's called me before.
He loves it.
I embarrassed him. He can't take a compliment. And I did say to him as I was leaving, it's such a thrill to come on after you. And it genuinely is as a fanboy. Listen, that's it. We're done. We're finished. Thank you to everybody. I think that's exactly what we needed after this week. It's not fixed anything. It's not changed anything. We've not solved anything. But we've just had a laugh. We have, and I hope you have as well. We've just had a laugh at stupidity, at nonsense, at people going, oh, yeah. Oh, one more call. Yes, you're the last call of the night.
I carry a handkerchief. Do you?
Oh, that'll do. That'll do. The answer to that question is yes, I do. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Catherine. But most of all, thank me.
Election 2017 on Talk Radio.
That was brilliant. 164 calls.
Join the conversation party.
Talk Radio.
1,000 years we've kept it hidden. The secret history of Transformers. But you want to know, don't you, why they keep coming here to Earth, right?
I want to stay, and I want to fight them.
Optimus Prime has left us.
The operation is over.
I do so love perfect timing.
That was absolutely brilliant fun. Well done. Well done. 164 stupid calls, loads of in-jokes developing as the show went on.
Oh, yeah, it's going to stick, isn't it?
Yeah, and a conversation about songs with the word darling. I mean, just nonsense. Perfect.
Bank holiday Monday.
One end to a city week.
Score yourself a winner with The Sun. Join me, The Sun's chief football reporter, Neil Ashton, for all the latest stats, chats and spats. Our coverage is more pep than Guardiola, tackles opponents tougher than Terry, and scores more winners than our mate Zlatan. Plus, don't miss your number one football pull-out. It's goals every Monday, Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday. Go on, pick up The Sun today for just £1.
It's lights out, and away we go. That emergency plumbing job is no match for Nigel and his Renault Traffic van.
Thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Absolute
Renault Pro Plus
nonsense.
Vans are trusted as the logistics partner to the Renault Sport Formula One team, delivering vital components day in, day out. See how the award-winning Renault Pro Plus range can power your team with reliability and aftercare service you can count on.
Perfect.
Visit one of our Renault Pro Plus specialist dealers to find out more.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio. For those about to talk, we salute you.
From the Sky News Centre at 1, there'll be increased security and armed police at some major sporting and music events today after Monday's terror attack in Manchester. The FA Cup final at Wembley, the Premiership Rugby Cup final and an Anastasia concert in Greater Manchester. Just some of the events taking place. Britain's top counter-terrorism officer, Mark Rowley, is urging people to carry on as normal.
Carry on.
I'd encourage the public to carry on. What they will see are many more police officers out there to protect the public, because we can't let the terrorists win by dissuading us from going about our normal business.
Ariana Grande has announced she plans to return to Manchester to hold a benefit gig for the victims of the bombing at her.
I find that incredible she said she'd do that. What an amazing young lady. What an inspiration to us all. Good for her. Right. Good night, Periscopers. Thank you. That was fun. I really enjoyed that.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The wild man of late night radio is back.
Differently interesting nocturnal emissions from a legend of late night radio. Iain Lee, on air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.